And hello, everyone.
Woo!
Happy Saturday. We're Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these beautiful people surrounding me are your heroes for the evening and my best friends. Today we continue our Across Eberron. But before we hop into that, a couple of announcements for you folks. We are still raising money for International Medical Corps. What is International Medical Corps? I am so glad you asked. They are raising funds for the Ukraine crisis. Basically, they're helping out with a bunch of health and mental health issues on some of those lines. So we have those links. Thank you for that, Hydra, in chat. If you want to go click on over there words and help those guys out. Open your hearts and your wallets to a really great cause. There are also a lot of other great charities out there raising money for Ukraine. So go check those out as well. Regardless of which way you decide to go, I do hope you do decide to donate. Secondly, our homie Brittany, aka Kaushik, is right over here in this corner. Has an awesome Etsy shop, Spellbound Art Shop on Etsy. Go check that out. Brittany, feel free to spam that link in the chat. She makes awesome stickers, and I'm not grabbing my stuff, but stickers and pins, and you can kind of see them on my background right here. Maybe you can't. If you do a little boomer zoomer on your screen, you might be able to see them. But she has stickers and pins, and they're all really cool. So go check those out as soon as that link gets posted in chat. So, any other announcements? No?
Nope.
Nothing? Nada? In that case, last we left off, the Shining Vanguard, plus one new temporary member, interrogated the very dead witness via a Speak with Dead spell from Crowley. He was not very cooperative, but did confirm that someone threatened his well-being as well as his family. The interrogation was watched over by one Captain Graven Smeltspine, who, after heated words with the party, mostly Gorham, banished these outsiders from Krona Peak until further notice. The party reluctantly and angrily left and planned on several different ways on getting more information. Ultimately, the party settled on chasing the more dangerous and immediate threat, Yidril, while Lord Gorham, Gorham's father, looked into the situation of the traitor. After unsuccessfully attempting to be the target of an ambush and observing some questionable mining tactics, the party zooms down the tunnels in the cloud forms of Artium's Windwalk spell. Now, as you guys are zooming through these tunnels, you have 8 hours of travel. You can cover some solid distance. We spoke last time. You have a general direction of where you're going, which is east. But other than that, you're just kind of going with the flow as it was. You guys make, unless there's anything you do, because you did cast telepathic bond. So unless there's anything you would like to do for that first hour or so, we will skip to the end of your travel. Nope. Wonderful. At the end of 8 hours, you guys begin to slow down and stop, as our team in front of you does as well, as he rests on the ground, and it takes the full minute to reincorporate yourselves into solid beings of flesh once more. Now, you've only traveled 8 hours today, but you've covered a lot of ground. However, only 8 hours of the day, you can travel for probably 4 to 6 more hours on foot, should you so choose. Or, I mean, depending on how hard you're trying to push yourself through the night, if you'd like to. What would you like to do?
Get something to eat. I'm fucking hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, did we get hungry while we were cloud people?
Yes.
Or did it just like hit all at once there at the end? Like, we're like, oh, what the fuck? Who needs food? Kind of, oh my god.
Clouds don't get hungry. Humanoids get hungry.
We burn
They
0
hunger.
calories in cloud form.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, while your form is immune to exhaustion, you are still hungry by the end of it, so.
Hear your little cloud tummy rumbling.
A little thunder.
Sounds like a little thunder.
Little
Yeah,
thunder, yeah.
that's awesome. That's adorable. Oh my god. Yeah, we should eat something if nothing else. Kind of have a sit down.
You think
Yeah.
it's
look around our general vicinity because I feel like it's been hard to like look at stuff just hauling ass
Mm-hmm.
in the
Absolutely.
dark.
Yeah.
So, kinda-
Give me a. You're just gonna check out the surrounding area.
yeah, just take a quick look around.
Give me a
See if there
perception
are any
check.
more of those cracks. Perception.
Yep.
Okay. Yeet.
Can I roll one too?
Absolutely. If you're gonna look around a little bit.
I love perceptions.
I had dirty 20.
Awesome.
13 plus 9 for 22.
Nice.
Awesome.
Natural one.
Ooh, good job.
And you're not a halfling in this campaign.
Hey.
Ha!
You're so loud.
The DM gets his revenge in this campaign. Okay. So RTM, Gandalf, Koshik sort of looking around. RTM, I don't know. You can feel free to explain your natural one, how you see fit.
Just not used to the dark. A little staff. Gotta bang it back to lighten back up.
Okay. Koshik and Gandalf, you're looking around. You do see several of those cracks still on and around the caverns in different places, above you, below you, left and right. I mean, there's fissures in the earth, plain and simple. Not all of them is quite as big as the one you saw back beforehand, but you do see them just about. Koshik, as you're sitting there, you sort of see and you start looking off in the other direction. You see a very large insectoid creature, looks like a roach, on top of a rock, sort of dripping saliva down onto the rock itself, and you just see a trail of smoke lift up from it. It
The fuck?
reaches down and just starts biting into the rock.
How big is this
you
roach?
say?
It's about the size of a well, Cautious looking at it, but it's about the size of a maybe an ottoman.
I will attempt to draw someone's attention to it.
Like that at all.
How odd. Ugh. Milo, look. I don't know if Milo can see it, but put your goggles on, Milo.
This is Cody's reaction, not Milo's reaction.
Someone make a noise for me.
Yeah.
Does Milo know what this is?
Give me a nature check.
I've got that.
You guys are going to be astounded by the name of this creature.
That's 20 plus 8.
It's called a
28.
rock. It's called a rock roach.
Oh,
What did somebody say in the chat? Yeah. On it. Rock roach.
what does Milo know about rock roaches with the 28?
They eat rocks. They're pests.
Sick.
They're not aggressive or anything.
They're aggressive if you get near them. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there acid juice in their mouth? Is that what that is? Is that what the smoke was?
That's what it
Acid
appears.
juice?
Seems like he's spitting something onto the rock itself. The rock dissolves a bit and it leans down and slurps it up. It's like a pebble stew.
This is horrifying. I
With
hate
a
everything about it.
with
Thank you.
a natural 20, you would know that dwarves hate these creatures because they don't discriminate between rocks or minerals or ores or jewels of any sort. They're just pests.
I've read
Damn.
that book. Rock soup.
They said
It
mineral
was about bugs.
delicious.
It should be harmless as long as we don't get too close to it, but we might want to keep an eye on it.
Well,
I'll just, since I don't know any of this is happening, I'm just gonna start casting Liam's tiny hut, because I assume we're just gonna start eating real quick. Eat in safety.
Okay. You're exploring some of those crevices, Gandalf. You don't see any footsteps or anything from either side. You're looking at
scritches.
no scratches in the floor, but you do note sort of the mining, what the words I'm looking for, the mining rails still continue on here, and starting sort of down the tunnel, you start to see like a slight blue glow in between the rails themselves, like placed there.
This is like down the rails, like in the direction we're going.
Yes, the direction you're
Okay.
going.
Okay.
And you well, that's what you see. You just kind of see the dull blue glowing in the dark, and the cavern sort of widens up.
Is it like a continuous glow, or is it any kind of like
No pulsating or anything right
inconsistent?
now.
Okay.
It's just sort of like very dim blue off in the distance.
I'm gonna walk back towards the main group for the moment. Yeah, hey, there's something glowing a little farther down. I don't know what it is. It's like a blue glow down the rails.
Do you want to go check it out?
I mean, yes, very badly I do. It took all the self-restraint I had to like come back and tell you first.
I figured. Well, let's go.
Sick. All right. Yep. Let's do it.
Okay.
Just in the middle of Artyom casting Lehman's tiny hut, he's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna," just like makes an extra gesture and just mentally
Do what?
sends Barrick off to follow Gantole, but doesn't.
I'm sorry. I think I misheard. Can you say that again? He's gonna do
the
what?
middle of doing a ritual. So
Boobity boobity bop.
yeah,
He's gonna
skibbity booty bop, yeah.
bloop.
And just send Barrick off with Gandolin just in
Yep,
case.
skip-a-doo.
Okay, so just Gandalf and Koshik and Barrick.
We got the bat.
You guys
Untouchable.
walk towards about 100 feet away from the rest of the group. Not too far.
Go wrong.
You're looking at it, and it's placed very strategically. As you walk up and the cavern sort of widens out, you see that this turns into a four-way here, where the rail splits off, left and right, and then straight the direction you're going. In the direction you're going, the tunnel sort of carves off to the left a little bit, and you see sort of a faint orange glow from that direction, and what sounds like sort of like muffled singing. But the jewel in front of you seems innocuous, just sitting there, like physically placed into the stone.
It's okay. So it's like in the wall.
No, in the floor. It's like in the
It's in
stone
the
of the
floor?
floor. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like so
Cool.
the four-way meets, and in the center of that four-way, this stone is placed in the middle of it.
Holy shit! It's like a magical crystal version of like the little levers. So it's like kind of, I don't know, maybe. How big is this crystal?
It's not very big at all. Maybe the size of your maybe the size of your fist, maybe a little bit smaller.
Depending on what that crystal is, that's pretty big. If it's valuable.
Surely.
Kind of heard Chris at Koshik, and you know what the fuck that is? By any chance?
Can I roll a knowledge rock? Knowledge minerals?
How did you learn Dwarvish?
I was taught Dwarvish
By who? Where?
by
give me some.
on the battlefield by one of my good buddies in battle. My
Okay.
battle buddy.
Give me just a straight intelligence check then.
Battle.
Ooh, I don't like that. I'm stupid a little bit. I got a +0, so fingers crossed, boys. Oh wait, which d20 should I roll? Should I roll the gold one, the blue one, or the liquid core?
No, I'll let you do an Arcana check if you'd like to. Liquid core is my vote.
It's also +0, but I'll do liquid core. Okay.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. That is an 11, so that's just an 11.
Not real sure.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
Creep up to it. And I'm gonna tap it with my finger. Just gonna ting ting ting.
Nothing
Light-
if you just
any
tap
kind
it
of
lightly.
reaction. Okay. If I just tap it lightly, you say?
Hold on, you said Arcana. That means this bitch is magic. What if you tap it a little bit harder again?
Tap it a little bit harder.
No, God. It cracks.
Give me a strength check.
Oh yeah, I'm real strong. I got you, homie.
You've opened a portal into Zoria.
4.
Okay. Doesn't do
I have a
anything.
+1.
Thank God, he's a weakling.
Excuse me. What the fuck? All right. Well, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's nothing. It's just like a fancy light. That,
How-
however, yes.
How far away are we from from everybody else?
About 100 feet.
100 feet.
Yeah.
We're not even.
And that turn in front of you where you see sort of the light glowing orange glow from around the corners, probably another 60 feet in front of you or so.
Okay.
Just hear sort of muffled singing.
Gunwood, I'll be right back. And I'm going to go back and try to get Gorham to come back with me. See if he's ever seen this, since he is dwarven. Gorham, can you come look at something for me? And before he even answers, I'm kind of like grabbing his arm and kind of dragging him along. What is this? Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Absolutely, without even a check. These is very much in Ian's line of thinking. These are things to, one, note where four-way turns are coming up, and also two, to help propel mining carts in that direction when they make that turn.
Big brain.
That sounds fun.
It's a part of our minecart system, Koji.
Oh shit.
Do I see any carts if I look around?
Not right now.
Go on a roller coaster ride.
DM,
What's up?
that orange glow that's down that other tunnel,
Mhm.
is that fluctuating at all?
A little bit. You see it like every now and again. Like sort
In
of
such
like
a way
almost
that
like
it may
a
be
flickering.
indicative of firelight?
Maybe.
Shit. That's probably people up there, especially because there's some kind of chanting coming from that way. To the only two party members that are right here at the moment.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can make out what the chanting is?
Sure.
Okay. I've got good perception. Perception. That's a 14. I believe it's +9, right? Perception. Yeah, +9, so a total of 23.
Sounds like singing in Dorvish.
What are the lyrics?
You want to know the lyrics?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
All right, this is what you hear.
What if I don't hear anything?
I don't have a goat, but I do have a heart. And I know this so because she stole my goat and she broke me heart in half.
The drunk dwarf.
Oh no, poor fella.
He's really going through it.
Oh god.
You know, I was thinking maybe we needed to like cautiously approach whatever was down here, but now I'm a little less sure. I'm gonna go take a peek around just to be sure that it's just a drunk miner. I'll be right back.
Alright. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on Gandalf, and I know he's hard to keep an eye on, but I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try to stealth farther down that tunnel to peek around to see if I can see this dude.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Stole his goat and
Oh god, that's a 26.
26.
what a bitch.
Soon as Gainwin gets like 10 feet away from you, Kasha, you can no longer see him. Just
Damn it, Gandalf. Why are
out
you
of your
so
eyesight.
slippery?
Give me so it's about 60 feet, so you're going to be about 60 feet away from Kashik and Gorham, and then 100 feet back would be your party. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm just gonna peek around, see if I can see this poor fucker. 21.
The 21, as you look around the corner, sort of a wave of warmth washes over your face, and you see this entire room is lit up from underneath. As you're sort of looking around, you see a little off the side of the wall, liquid rock, lava is sort of pouring down one of the walls. And you see a four-way stop of the mining cart rail sort of suspended in air over this. Connecting this room in 3 tunnels leading out of this room, one to the left, one to the right, and one straight across. And the source of the singing is in the middle of the room. You see just an absolutely hammered dwarf, as he's using the large lever that he's holding as like a thaumaturgic loudening device that performers or entertainers would use in Sharn. And he's just singing away on it. And he stops singing for a moment and goes, "Which way?" And you hear a call out from one of the tunnels, "Right!" And as they come zooming through here, he snatches the lever to one side, and the cart takes about a 90-degree turn, and just you see that blue stone light up when the cart hits it and propels them up a hill.
Like they just went back towards the blue stone where my friends are at?
No. Up
Oh, this is a
another blue
different
stone
one.
that you
Okay.
see in the middle of the four-way stop. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what he's doing. He just goes right back to singing.
Yeah.
After doing that.
Sort of sit there
Okay.
swing.
So this man's got one of those
Okay.
cordless karaoke mics, and he is just vibing in the minds. I love him.
All right. I am then going to creep back down towards Kashik and Gorham. Just pop back up by that blue stone, and he seems to be directing traffic of mining carts. There's another one of these stones a little up that way, and he like pulled the lever thing and moved another cart off in some direction. Is it weird? We're really fucking far away from Krona Peak at this juncture, right?
Correct. You're very far away from Krona Peak.
Are we more likely to be closer to the Hoarfrost?
Give me a survival check.
Okay. Shit. Wait, actually, I say shit. I'm actually not that bad at these. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, probably. At this point, you've been traveling, very fast for several hours. So yeah, with a dirty 20,
Right.
you'd expect it. Still deep underneath the Hoarfrost, but near them.
Right. Gordon, do you know anything about whatever clans that inhabit the Hoarfrost? Would this be some of their guys?
Give me a history check if you'd like to, Gorham.
A 10.
10.
Great success.
So it really just depends. I mean, it's not a hard check. These are the clans you've dealt with and known your entire life. So you don't know where you are is the main problem, whether you're like north or south or central Hoarfrost. But the clans that you know that inhabit the Hoarfrost are the Doldaroon, which are known for like gold and silver and jewelry. Give me a second. The Londarak, which is sort of in the central Hoarfrost. The Narathun, which are also known for like ceremonial jewelry, and they work with Roranon. And then the Sornath, which is in the northern Hoarfrost.
Sarnath.
Yeah, Sornath.
And those first two, there was the Doldrin, which we had spoken about previously, and then what was that second one?
I said Doldrun, north of the Hoarfrost, and then the which one? Londarak.
Londarak. Okay.
Yes. They're located around the central Hoarfrost.
Well, again, though, it all depends on where we are, and I not exactly sure.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's good. I guess it means we're pretty well on our way to getting on the other side. So who knows? Maybe they can speed us on their way where we won't need to use more of our team's magic. If they could lend a cart or two, I guess. How big did this cart look that went zooming past Dungeon Master? Or I guess how big are these
standard
rails?
size mining cart?
Okay. No, couldn't fit 7 folks.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I don't know. All right. Or maybe they could at least point us in the right direction.
What if we all sat on each other's laps? Then when it fits seven of us?
No,
We go around a corner and just go
absolutely not.
absolutely gone. Would like most of these clans be amenable to giving strangers directions?
I mean, it depends on who you ask.
All right.
That's a lot of vague questions.
I feel like that's relatively specific. Like, are they gonna be like, hey, fuck
Well,
you, guy, these are our
One
tunnels?
dwarf does not represent an entire clan.
General like disposition towards strangers in the underground. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying here is, should we talk to them and ask for directions, or should we just avoid them?
We can ask them. I don't see why not.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess let's tell the others that we have potential directions ahead.
It's 100 feet.
Yeah,
Easy enough.
just kind of bop on back. Hey guys, there's a drunk dwarf that's in charge of directing traffic up ahead.
A what?
He's a drunk dwarf. He has a lever that he is turning to make minecarts go different directions when they hit turns.
Oh,
Yep. He seems to be chilling. Absolutely vibing, I believe is the phrase.
does this affect our plans
I don't know.
at all?
Gorm seems to think we could maybe ask directions, make our journey a little smoother, get us closer to where we want to come out.
I suppose he wouldn't have heard that we're not exactly beloved right now.
Hoarfrost and it's not the same, right? It's different.
Yeah.
Different mountain range.
Hey, you could invite him up for some food if you wanted.
I think he's working.
Oh, didn't
But-
you just say he was singing?
Yeah, he's singing, but he's also on this lever that he is pulling that is changing the directions of the mining carts. You've never sang while you worked before, Artyom? Come on, man.
I've never had a job.
Slacker. Shaking my head.
Oh, lazy bones over here.
just sits back and relax in the tiny hut.
I see.
Nah.
But yeah, so we can eat
Yeah,
it.
if you can get some information from him, that would be great. Or maybe a ride would be cool as well. We can just travel on throughout the whole night with the cars going or whatever.
Maybe. We could certainly ask, I suppose. But do we want to stay here for the night, or do we want to like eat and then carry on, or what do we want to do?
I was just putting this up to eat in case we get ambushed by underground predators or something.
It's very paranoid. I like it.
Hydro is a predator, so
That's true.
And he was underground.
A fine observation. Yeah, so let's do that.
Okay, scarf down a meal inside the hut. And then, easy enough. The rock roach disappeared, by the way. It is no longer in
Good.
sight.
Oh, that's not good.
never even got to see him.
It's
Look at
above
him.
us
I'd rather
directly.
it be in sight than out of sight. It's like when you see a spider in your house, you don't want to lose sight of it.
Dude, sitting there eating on top of the bubble, just splatters off the bubble in front of you. Just sits above you, like it sniffs, because rock roaches sniff. That's an anatomical thing, and then it goes into one of the crevices up above.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them
Yeah,
has,
it has
has a nose on it. It sniffs with its antenna.
Got the what are they like?
Anyways.
The little mandibles.
Mandibles.
Aw.
All right. So yeah, you guys, unless there's anything you're wishing to discuss, cook up a meal, eat it, free of harassment.
Spicy rations. Woo!
Spicy rations. This will be
Spicy
your
heart attack.
second usage for 7 people. Who said he packed you about a week's worth of water and rations.
Plenty. All right.
Traveling along this rail cart or this rail system, making your way around. Same sight sort of greets you all as he's just sort of sitting there every now and again. Traffic seems to be maybe picking up a little bit as he's just sort of yelling off into one tunnel. It's like he's got a sixth sense, because you'll just see him stop singing for a moment. Which way? And you'll hear from one of the tunnels just go right or left. And he'll snatch the lever as one of them will just shoot across. I am blurry. I am not.
All right.
Doesn't seem to pay you any mind. when you guys walk in here, like I said, it's a four-way sort of suspended over this molten rock as you get in here, and it's just very warm in this room. You see that he's in the middle of this platform, sort of a stone beam holding him up above this molten rock that where all of these meet at different elevations in this four-way. You hear some loud snoring off to the right as you look over and sort of where molten rock seems to be pouring into some sort of forge for heat. You see another dwarf sitting in a broken mining cart with a tool sort of half in his hand, and he's just asleep in one of the mining carts.
Absolute legend.
As you guys sort of approach the edge where this four-way begins, the singing dwarf notices you all. Hello.
Dang.
Hello. I'll say hello in Dwarvish.
All right. Hello. Can I help you?
Which way to goodness, I just had a brain fart on where we're actually going.
Well, technically, we need to get, I guess, to the northern side of the Hoarfrost if we're still planning on going to Scairn.
Okay. Right. We're looking to get to the northern side of the Hoarfrost reaches.
I'll be this way, and he points sort of towards his you looking into this room would be his your right. Up the rail, so the rail goes up from you here, and to the right is also elevated to your right. I'll be this way. Holds up a finger. Which
Does
way?
that look like?
Turns and you just see another cart just zoom past you guys.
Does that where he pointed, the path he pointed, does that appear possible for us to traverse, or is it literally just a rail going through these tunnels?
It's a rail, but it can be walked on.
In case until
But there's
someone
not like
comes
a
and smacks the shit
sidewalk.
out of.
No, there's not.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You need to get this way.
Yeah. Is there a way to traverse the tunnel safely?
Yeah, you just walk in it.
On
That
the
was-
rail?
That's the wrong accent. Hold on. Yeah.
Is he hiccuping, Jones?
Yes.
I
Big
assume he's
dark.
drunk.
Big dark.
Do you have any of these carts we could use? That there's like a spare cart somewhere to fit me and my compatriots inside of?
He looks over and you see like 3 or 4 carts over to where the sleeping dwarf is, but they're all broken and in disrepair. Maybe in like
Side eyes Milo.
whenever he wakes up.
When might that be?
I don't know.
All right. Hey Milo, you
please.
think you could fix those?
I mean, these are just normal mine carts, right?
Correct.
Nothing super fancy or mechanical about them.
Assuredly.
What if we fix them? That's cool. I say we, him specifically.
Just give kind of a wave, wind gestured at.
Fucking giant hulking armored figure. Like, yeah, that's gay.
Who are you?
We are the Shining Vanguard.
Yep. Just passing through.
I don't know
Someone
what
has-
that is.
Fucking Nat 20 still doesn't know who we are. Fair enough.
We're sent by Corona Peak in the Hammer of Vengeance here to murder Hydro.
That's murder.
Corona Peak, right?
Justice.
Don't see many humans in here. Yeah. Someone make a noise, please.
Oh!
Appreciate ya.
He said, "I
He
don't
holds-
see any what."
I don't see many humans.
Oh,
That's all right. They're with me.
All right.
yeah.
Well, you can just walk up here. That's how I got up here. And you see him like he's on this platform that's just off to the side of it. Just wait. You're good. If you like to walk, you're going that way. If you're going to the northern Horfrost,
Will we not get hit by minecarts if we walk?
as long as you listen to me, you'll be all right.
How big are those mine carts that he has? Are they like standard small mine carts that could fit one, maybe two people at most?
Yeah.
Okay.
The minecart that you saw zooming past here had one dwarf in like the front of it, and then 2 or 3 behind him.
How fast are these mine carts moving?
We're moving fairly quickly.
Pretty fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
How hard would it be either using one of the broken mine carts or raw materials or something to fashion like skates so that Milo could just ride behind one of them while it's moving? It's like hold on to a rope.
Brilliant
Making
scientist.
heelys. He's making
Yeah.
heelys.
It's like water skiing behind the
Behind-
minecart on the rails.
Possible?
Just takes all the
Dangerous,
wheels
but
off.
possible.
I like these odds.
So that's going to be real fun for about the first 30 minutes, and this is going to get old about the next 5 hours.
I have rubbed off on Milo.
Just gonna
He is
say-
becoming a little reckless.
This isn't like your legs would be spread fairly wide because these mining rails are like probably 3 feet across.
Just
Oh.
skate on.
Oh, you said they were
Do like
smaller. I
a-
was imagining like
do like a.
railroad rails.
You could do like a whatchamacallit, you could do like a snowboard. Just on one rail.
Yeah. Or like it'll just be like the framework. It'll be like skateboarding in the middle.
Okay.
I'm just coming up.
This
with
sounds like a
solutions for
horrible
the-
idea. I'm just
solutions
gonna
for this
I just like to go
small
on
amount of-
record as having said it.
You coming in? Or
Yeah, like,
hold
yeah,
on.
sure, like,
Wait.
I suppose.
No, not yet. Left
I'm
or
just saying-
right? Straight. All right.
I'm pretty sure we don't go nearly as fast as those things, so I don't think we're gonna get where we're supposed to be going before one comes through. Is that okay?
You'll be all right. Just listen to me and come when I say go. You'll be fine. Yep.
Okay.
Cuts his
I
eyes back over
don't
to the
I
broken
don't
cart.
trust this fucking dude. I'm gonna get hit by a fucking train car.
It really shouldn't take me long to repair a cart.
Is that once
It
again,
should be
is that
fine.
cool? Could we do that? Is that fine? If we like repair some of these carts?
Give me a persuasion check.
Sick. I am really good at that. I got it. Chief, do I have any kind of advantage since I have multiple people saying anything?
Is the multiple people?
No,
No, you're
okay.
just asking right now.
Okay, sure.
Milo
okay.
is actively taking out his toolkit.
17! I actually
17.
rolled in the double digits.
Sure. You're a repair on a card.
Yeah, sick. Awesome. Do your thing, Milo.
Alrighty.
You got one cart that is currently occupied with a sleeping dwarf, and you have 3 more off to, sort of on the other side. You have 3 carts in total, so 2 could fit theoretically in each of these in various states of disrepair.
That fits 6 people.
Like I said, break out the toolkit and get to work.
Oh no.
Give me 3 tinkering tools checks.
Oh shit. You got this, buddy.
That's intelligence based, right?
Can I help him by like handing him the tools he needs and stuff like that? Can I assist him?
What are your proficiencies?
Uh,
Okay.
No, Kaushik. She's asking if she can assist you with it.
These are tools, disguise kit, herbalism kit, weapons, simple weapons, and light armor, medium armor, shields, common, dwarven, and elvish languages. So,
It wouldn't be the kind.
but you see, I've been spending a lot of time with Milo recently, and I'm working on learning tools and stuff.
I think we'll be fine. I got a pretty sizable bonus. I rolled a 16, a 21, and a
what they all say.
25.
Oh heck.
Okay.
One in the front might be a little rickety.
Yeah, the first
Well-
one's kind of you're
For RP purposes, I'm still helping Milo handing him his tools and stuff.
yeah, absolutely. So it takes a solid amount of time for you to repair these things, just due to the nature of it and sort of what you're working with here, which is not advanced by any means. This is a lot of like heat metal and have it bent like via force. So, but eventually you get it there. The first one, the front wheels kind of give you a little shake from side to side, but they seem okay. They should hold up for a little bit.
Oh fuck. For a little bit. All right.
Just over there, just like he's got his little using his fire bolter thing as like a welding torch. Just
Okay. Yeah,
Not safe.
easy
OSHA
enough.
does not approve.
About
Milo's
halfway,
greatest enemy is OSHA.
OSHA
halfway
has no
through,
business here.
OSHA would not approve this entire room. About halfway through, sort of sleeping dwarf raises up,
Hey,
thumbs up, and goes back to sleep. Guys, transplant these onto the rails themselves.
oh yeah,
Okay.
you know it.
You got to get a boost somehow. Use some momentum because the direction you're going is up.
Oh shit. Are there? So I know these are two rails. Are there like the things between the two rails? Got a blanking rail. They're not rail ties, but you know, like the little steps between, so we could technically stand on the middle.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, are ready to get out and push. Some. I think we need to be in the carts by the time we reach the top, wherever the blue booster thing is at.
Okay.
How heavy are these carts?
I mean, they're iron. They're solid iron carts. They're heavy.
Would it be feasible? Does it seem like it would be feasible for us to even like push all of them up at the same time?
Probably not at the rate you'll need to get up there.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
We're splitting the party. Let's go. One card at a time.
No,
Which pair? Who are the pairs?
not
everybody?
again.
Hold on, I might have an option.
Bats.
No, I'm not going to try and carry them with bats.
Maybe a little stupid.
I'll shapeshift into shit, I'm trying to find something that has really good strength. I guess, low center of gravity. I'm sure they've got some pretty good torque. I'll just shapeshift into an ankylosaur. That's
Okay.
a big, strong thing that I know of. So I'll just wild shape into that. And if there's some chain or something maybe lying around, you might be able to tow them up this length a little bit.
Is the speed of an ankylosaur 30 feet?
Yes.
To give you some context, and before you spend your resources, each of these rails are about 40 feet to the center.
Okay.
So, just saying, the length of the rail that is suspended over this liquid rock is about 40 feet to the center, and then 40 feet to the direction that you're going.
40 feet to the center and then 40 feet to the direction that I'm going.
Correct. So 80 feet in total.
Is how far we need to get this thing in a relatively short amount of time. Is what
Right.
he's saying.
Okay.
We have to have some momentum.
All right. Hey Milo, can you put some rocket boosters on these carts or something like that? or like make them levitate or something?
One second.
I mean, the size of a bat I'd have to summon to get these things into the air probably would have a wingspan larger than this whole cavern, so these things are heavy.
I just look at the fucking dwarf that's on that's doing the thing. How do you guys usually get these things back going?
How much do these carts weigh?
I don't.
Some.
Solid iron cart. We're gonna say probably about 600 pounds.
Oh, 100 pounds off.
That sounds reasonable, I think.
I was gonna say Tensor's floating disc will get it off the ground at least or something, but
I don't think it's just like disc is meant to hold that much weight.
up to 500 is the limit.
They gotta be pretty hefty to carry to carry what they do.
Yeah.
600 pounds mining cart.
Hefty dwarves.
DM, would he be able to finagle some kind of propulsion?
So typically, just from an ore cart or a mining ore cart, weighs about 1,500 pounds from initial Google search.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
This looks bigger.
That's a lot.
This looks bigger, so I'm gonna say dwarven size one, 700 pounds.
Still heavy. Does he say anything about how they get them up there, Dungeon Master?
Quickly,
Yeah. Do you and this guy right here? You just push them.
run and start. Yep. Why don't we take it? Yep.
Is this dude like built like a fucking brick house?
He's pretty big. He's built like a dwarf.
Holy shit!
He's built like a dwarven miner.
If something was pulling them, I could give that individual a speed boost.
DM, I don't know if he could finagle something to assist.
Yeah, you can always assist in someone's strength check
Would these be like these would be like athletics checks or something?
to get
Is
if
that
you're
there?
just raw muscle pushing it up this incline. Yeah.
The implication there is he could haste the ankylosaur.
What is the platform that these rails are sitting on? What is that made out of, or is it solid rock, or how's that working?
So if you're talking about the pillar in the middle looks like volcanic rock of some sort of stone. The rails and rails ties are just like metal and iron ore and like iron bands, and then wooden slats going across them.
So they are just like suspended then.
Right.
Okay. So not a lot of support for the weight other than the mine cars, you mean?
You think they'd be able to hold for a decent amount of weight, considering these are supposed to hold mining carts and ore.
Okay.
Supposed to hold full mining carts.
All right.
Right.
They
They look sturdy. They're not like swaying or anything like that.
That would make this much more horrifying. Like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I think we're getting too complicated. Somebody get like behind the view on that ankylosaur. We'll just kind of like do a pull and pushing thing at the same time and see how fast we can get it going.
Like I said,
Gordon's pretty fucking buff. Like
I could boost him a little bit if he was transformed into something strong, but it's about the most I think I could assist.
Fucking do it. I mean, either that or walk. So
okay.
doesn't
If you
fucking
feel
try
like
to move some of these
that'll
things.
work, Milo, then let's go ahead and try to do that then.
Oh, I didn't say that, but let's do this anyway.
Hey, otherwise we're just kind of sitting here. We're just kind of standing around.
All right, yeah.
Let's try.
I'll burn a wild shape and shift into an ankylosaur, and then
Okay.
try to pull these carts up there.
All right.
After he's shapeshifted, Milo's gonna position the drone like right about here.
Okay.
That is, if there
Alright.
was something that we could possibly use to actually pull them.
Are ankylosaurs large?
No,
They're not. They're medium creatures.
they are huge.
Size may be an issue here. These are
Uh-oh.
these are for mechanical purposes 5-foot squares.
How strong's a bear?
Well, I mean, I was kind of going for something that might. I mean, ankylosaurs, despite them being massive, huge beasts, apparently only have a 19 strength anyway. So,
There's some stuff that's pretty buff that is not that big.
right.
Bear has the same strength as an ankylosaur.
But it's still large.
Large is okay though, right?
Large would be fine.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Bear Tim, I love it.
You know, it's even bigger, and that you could also do. So 20 strength is a cave bear. It's also large.
What's its CR?
2. Can you do CR2? Yeah, I thought you could do up to, it's like 1/3 of your druid level
Mm-hmm.
of CR. Yeah, so you could do up to CR3. So yeah, cave bear CR2.
So you just trying to pull the cart, or like?
We're trying to get it shoved up because I don't think we have any way to pull it very well. I suppose
You could get some chains or something. That would be easy enough. That was
we could do like a wombo combo of have one person pulling, one person pushing. I will say I don't think anybody has a strength worth of shit besides Gorham and R2 when he shapeshifted though at this juncture. So I am happy to help.
You know what? I've actually seen some. Okay, I've only seen these things one time, but I'm pretty sure I can get it right. They were like big cows, like big cow things. I don't know what their name is. But
Damn.
they should
Right,
work.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What are you talking about? Shapeshifting
And
into
an aurochs.
aurochs?
Yeah, it's basically a big cow, big bull.
Yeah.
Aurochs.
Say that one more time.
Aurochs.
Okay, yeah, I've seen these things before.
Big
Sure.
cow.
Like water buffalo type creatures. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, buffalo.
Well known for being the mascot of the sports team of Besaid.
Of what?
Okay.
Final
Yep.
Fantasy X, motherfucker.
I'll
That's
I'll
stupid.
I'll transform into one of those and start yeehawing as fast as I can.
You see the
Jonesy, what I
Go ahead.
sorry.
What'd you
I'm
say?
sorry I keep interrupting.
Oh.
I was just gonna ask if I'd be able to help with my man's folly gloves to like maybe levitate. I think it's not a lot. It won't do the whole thing. I think it's 500 pounds or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, 500 pounds. So it won't. I can't move it entirely, but I could help like with the chest that one time.
Yeah. No, that would
Okay.
definitely lift it up. That so it would make the athletics check that RTM's gonna have to make lower. I
Okay.
would say though, because levitate is picking it that weight up, that it would make it a bit more unsteady.
Okay.
Potentially.
Right. Okay.
Fortunately, I am proficient in athletics, so if I'm having to make an athletics check in this form, it will be at a +9.
Nice.
That's good.
Works for me.
Okay. Gonna go up one at a
Alright.
time. One cart at a time.
I
Ah.
have a feeling I will die if that happens.
Okay, so all
I don't-
three.
Yeah, let's try to get in one big lump sum. Just
Okay. Is anyone doing anything else to assist RTM?
I will do my best to help if
I will
nobody else is. Yeah.
Help as well.
Yeah, me and Gorm will get up in the front, like one like on either side of the rail, with
Do I-
them doing a lot more than I am.
Do I have advantage?
Give me 1 second. I got to see if anybody else is doing anything. So, all right, help me visualize this. RTM, are you pushing or pulling the carts?
Pulling.
So like
You're pulling.
chains around his form to the carts behind him, so he can pull up this incline.
Aurochs
I
has a
guess that
50-foot
puts-
speed and a charge bonus, if that helps.
Okay, so then I guess that puts me and Gorm on the back, trying to push the
Trying to
back
push up.
side of the cart.
Okay.
Kashik's standing back there doing her Scarlet Witch shit. Just moving her hands.
Like
So
lightning.
you gonna levitate one of them?
Mhm.
It's, I'm presuming these carts are kind of like we've attached them.
Yeah, they're attached to themselves. So like,
Okay, so
Yeah.
so if Kashik is lightning the middle one, then that would kind of offset the fact that it's more unruly because it's in the middle, right?
sure, yeah. As long as it didn't come like unhinged from the other two, yeah.
Right.
They are held by a hook.
Yeah, it's
It
just
just
one
levitates
little
it.
hook.
Well, it's not like it's lifting it all the way up. If it's
Right.
700
If it
pounds,
doesn't
it's
go
like-
under any extreme stress, like one cart
Uh-huh.
going too far to one direction, yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. Sick. Okay.
Okay. So
Easy.
Artyom, Gorham, and Gainwin.
How high are the tunnels, real quick?
How high are the tunnels from what?
Like floor to ceiling.
Let's
This is
see.
asking how much
Okay,
clearance
for
above the
context,
carts.
So you know the reason I'm asking. I was
Uh-huh.
gonna have Milo like fly above and run interference if anything seems like it's gonna go off, since he mentioned one of them
Oh, yeah.
tilting too far to one side.
No. Yes, you're talking about this main area. I thought you were talking about the tunnels that you're going into. This main area is you see above you see an entirety of another four-way, up above you. So you have plenty of room.
Just to prevent that unhooking you were discussing, so he could kind of bop down there and fix it if something seems like it's about to go awry.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay.
Somebody got directions of where we need to go from this guy.
We into whatever tunnel, the tunnel he pointed us towards. That's all he has told us is we need to go that way.
Correct. It was your right coming into the tunnel.
Into the unknown.
Just that right takes us to the northern hoarfrost.
Apparently.
No other intersections at
That
all.
way right there.
Yep.
That's what he
A
said.
secret tunnel.
Yeah.
Secret
Yeah.
tunnel.
Thanks.
Through the mountain.
Maybe- Maybe someone should see about that.
Alright,
You know,
1, 3.
Since we're about to leave.
I don't know. This man seems to know what he's talking about.
Yep, he's on it. I trust him.
Okay.
I don't think you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. There might be more than one intersection between here and our destination.
He said this way,
Nah.
man. He didn't say there would be other intersections. Hey, guy, real quick. Are there any other turns once we go down this tunnel on our way to the northern Hoarfrost?
Aye.
Do we just keep going straight? Or is there somebody there we can ask for directions each time?
Maybe.
Sick. He doesn't fucking know. Let's go.
You're
do you
trying
know?
to get to the northern
Yep, northern Hoarfrost.
the northern
yes.
Northfrost. You go
Yep.
that way because that's north.
Appreciate it.
Gordon Norfrost.
So go north to get to the north. That's what I am picking up. That's what he's
correct.
putting
That's
down.
typically what you do.
That makes sense to me. All right. Good enough for me.
Okay.
Let's do it.
RTM up front, Gorham, Gandalin sort of side by side, helping push this cart up and to the right. He holds a finger up to you to wait to get started. Is the rest of the party following behind, or I know Milo's sort of off to the side flying? Right? Yeah, so off to the side, sort of flying.
Yes.
Wonderful. What is the rest of the party doing?
The rest is better be about ready to jump in some fucking carts, because when this thing is going,
Yeah.
it's gonna fucking hit me.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this is like a fucking Mario Kart booster. There's-
I get the banana peel ready.
I think maybe you guys should go ahead and be in the carts. Perhaps.
Can
Right,
I
right.
levitate a cart from inside of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can levitate yourself, so. Oh,
For all
Oh.
intents and purposes, I am going to need a marching order. So I'm saying
oh shit.
Artyom, Gorm, Gandalf decide each other. Milo is an off factor.
You guys should only have one person in the front cart.
I think there should be one person in each of the 3 carts, probably, or 2 people in the middle cart, one person in the front. Hey, Azur, you can float things, right?
Yeah.
You want to float one of these things a little bit, because these are about
I-
there's about to be something.
I sure can.
Give it a little
I
bit.
sure can if we think that's if we
Yep. Do the front
that's a
one,
good idea. All
since
right.
that one is tied to somebody.
I will do the front one.
Okay.
That's alleviating pretty hefty amount of weight for our first 2 carts, right?
And I guess also be in the front one.
Okay.
Got
Makes sense.
Santa's
Catch
sleigh
a
going
bull.
on.
So
they're
Kaushik's in the
playing.
middle cart.
Artyom, Azur, Kaushik.
Carly, do you want to get in that second cart as well? Because me and Gordon are probably gonna have to hop in this back one with swiftness.
That's fine. Then we will skip over.
Okay, Crowley in the second cart with Kaushik.
Milo, where are you gonna go once this gets going, buddy?
Wherever there's a spot.
I don't know if there's gonna be a spot. I don't know if we can fit more than 2 people in each of these carts.
Maybe skate idea
Technically-
wasn't so bad.
Technically, couldn't you shapeshift into something really little?
Okay.
Artyom?
Your feet are made out of metal, right?
Looks
So you
down
just-
his boots.
Yes.
You just take a chain and you just grind the whole way. You just grind.
Such a bad idea.
That
Couldn't
seems
you
like my
Can't you
armor would not
become like a
survive.
rat or something, Artyom? Be like nice and little so that we have more space.
I mean, sure, but I'll grow to a normal size very soon.
How soon?
Like 8 hours or so.
Hut.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
whatever.
forgot
Well,
they travel
I'm
for 8 hours, or be going to travel for another 8
Yeah.
hours.
I assume maybe we can get by sleeping in these things and taking shifts with
I think
people
that sounds like a really bad idea.
away.
Because if what I'm understanding, they won't hear us like say anything, and we may go off like the completely wrong direction.
We wouldn't all be asleep at the same time.
Sure. Okay. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's do
He's
it.
just looking
Where-
at Gandalf like he's fucking insane. Like,
Let's go. Let's fucking push these things up.
so you want me to transform into another tiny creature? Yeah.
Where the fuck else are we gonna put Milo?
And Milo can fly.
Wait,
You can
I
just do
feel
that
like-
forever, right?
Damn.
I
When this
got a
thing
few
went
hours at a
coming
time.
on through,
Do what?
did it seem like it was when this cart came through? Did it seem like it was going faster than Milo can fly?
It seems
Milo
like
has like 4 hours of flight, so
I don't know that.
they're
It's just
moving
to
at
say
about
Milo
the speed that
can fly.
Milo does, or that Milo could if he was dashing. They move 40 feet around.
Alright, so Milo actually would be a little faster if they're only going 40 feet around.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
If he dashes, they're moving. 80
foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Well,
they're moving
Milo
speed.
needs just perform an X and Y formula,
I-
Milo.
I
We'll
will-
figure
I will-
it out.
I'll just transform into something small. Okay,
Okay.
it'll
It
be
works.
fine.
Okay.
All right.
We can
Let's
just
do it.
take a pit stop or something somewhere.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're able to kind of rest a little bit, he could fly for a little bit while you kind of rejuvenated yourself. Perhaps, I don't know.
Can you get a short rest while shapeshifting?
I mean, well, if you need to unshape shift, you could rest in the cart while he flew above
Right.
while you were in your human form for an hour. If he has 4 hours of flight,
that is very true. Yes.
the logistics of that work out, I believe.
I have a feeling we're gonna get in these mine carts and it's gonna be like so rickety. It was like everyone is stressed. No one can get a short rest in
This is
these
fine.
death traps.
Let's break. Let's do
okay.
it.
You
All
fear
right.
for your life every minute of every hour.
Do I have advantage on this if other people are helping?
I'm gonna say I'm requiring 3 here. 3
So
checks
check from
from
each.
each of you. So 1 check from each of you. He sits there and he holds his finger up to you all. You all are gonna have to like heave these onto the rails at first.
Okay.
But he sits there holding the finger up. All right, come on.
Okay.
Right.
Roll.
3 athletics checks from Gainu
That
and
is
Gorham and Artian.
Cocked. Oh, not good. 4. Strong start. I have a strength of 12. Like,
I mean, every little bit helps, right? All
yeah,
right.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. I'm not very good at this stuff unless I get help. So.
I'm going
23.
to inspiration the last guy.
I rolled a 19 plus 9, 28.
23.
23.
go.
Okay. You guys are heaving these heavy mining carts up this first incline, knowing that when it hits that stone, it's going to take off to the right.
Yep.
Am I hasted?
You're fast. Oh wait, no, yeah, no, you're not faster than these carts right now.
That's a big non-answer from a Milo there.
I mean,
Correct.
if he's hasted, he should be faster than these carts.
Yeah, but I don't think he's hasted. Okay, so you are.
He
hasted,
would be if he wasn't carrying 3 carts on his back. Yeah.
Oh, they're on my back? Or am I
You are
pulling
chained
them?
to them.
Okay.
Yeah, you
to
have
pull
their
them
weight
forward.
attached to you, so you're being slowed by their. Your
Yeah,
movement speed is slowed by their weight.
He can have the drone on him, so if he needs to be hasted at any time, it can be
Oh, okay.
executed.
Awesome.
Sure. So we'll have that as a just in case. If he's
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah,
something's coming. Gotcha.
Kaushik, does a 20 hit your AC?
What? What? Uh-oh. We're being ambushed.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Okay, just got her hit right in the noggin. She was standing too high up in the cart as she went into the tunnel. Just got clotheslined.
So the dread ambusher comes out and decides that he's gonna finally get
Hey,
Kaushik.
that's my ability.
Apologies, I have my cutting machine going, but it's a 14, so a total of 16.
Is she within 5 feet of me?
What's up?
Is she within 5 feet of me?
This is a surprise round. Can't take. Well, no, you're flying off to the left-hand side, anyways, right? Are you flying right there by it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I was asking you.
Where would Milo be flying?
I think
Wherever-
everyone has their spot situated, so Milo's the only spot that would be left would be in the front with Azure, and then me too.
But he was flying. He wasn't in a
Right.
cart.
Yeah, wherever he could most easily access the connections if he needed to get to them.
Okay,
So
this is right at
Crowley's in the same cart as me. Does he have to make a thing
Correct.
too?
No, he does not.
He did get attacked.
He did not get
Fuck you,
attacked.
Crowley.
Just because I have my seatbelt on, I was observing the rules of the
Was
road.
it the roach?
Nope. All right. Group, as you are pushing and hauling this along, you are straining to get this up this, but you are making progress, and a good bit of it. You're most of the way up this first portion. When Kaushik, from the side of you here, sorry, I'm switching my maps around so I can get everything ready while I speak.
Oh fuck! I'm in danger.
On the left of you, you see rising from the magma itself this large worm with its chitinous form made of what looks like volcanic rock and volcanic rock and like hardening lava all at once, coming to a point where you see just shards of sharp volcanic glass for teeth for a mouth and these large tendrils sort of hanging off of its face. Crowley, as you're sitting there in your mining cart right by Kaushik, you see this thing rise up bite Koshik. Koshik, you take 35 points of piercing damage. Swallows her and goes back into the lava. And that's where we're gonna go take our break.
Oh my fucking god! What?
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna set everything up so we're good to go here. We're gonna take a really quick break and then continue on after this. So don't go anywhere. Much love. And we're back.
Woo!
Hi, hello, it's us, Hard Knock Dice, all the same people that were here earlier. If you weren't here for the first part of the session, our heroes here were traveling deep under the Mror Holds, heading towards the northern Hoarfrost Mountains to get to Scairn, where they are chasing a lead on Yidril, a notorious necromancer elf that has killed multiple of Gorham's family members at this point. As they were making their way through these tunnels, they heard some drunken dwarven singing, and over a mining four-way where mining carts are zooming past, our very intelligent Milo fixed some mining carts for them, and they are now being pushed up this ramp. As they were snatched from her mining cart and swallowed whole, Koshik, a giant worm of some sort, made of lava itself, it looked like, with its hide made of volcanic rock and cooling lava, with serrated volcanic glass teeth and these tendrils that hang off the bottom of its face, also with serrated volcanic glass on it. As it bit and swallowed her whole, it dove underneath the lava again. And I need initiative rolls from people. So 25 to 20.
25.
Okay.
25 as well.
All right. Who's got the higher dex?
Do you have a 20 in your decks?
I do.
Then you do.
Okay. So Azur, Crowley. Anybody else? 25 to 20? Very well. 20 to 15.
18.
I got a 19, boys. Let's go.
So Gorham, Gandolin. Anybody else? 20 to 15? Okay. Um, 15 to 10?
12.
12. Okay. Artyom, what's your initiative?
1
1. All right.
plus 0.
All right. It's a good question in chat there, Milo. Do you remember your +2 bonus to initiative? I think I put it on your tattoo, and I think it factors
Yep,
in.
it shows up. I rolled an 8.
You wrote mine down, Jones?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
What was your initiative?
8.
8. So, Koshik and then RTM. God dang it. Okay. Awesome. At the top of the round, Azur, you hear Koshik scream as you look back and you see this worm just straight down the hatch and then dives back under the lava. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Well, I don't know that there's much that I can do, so
Pours one out for the homie.
yeah. No. Big enough space. I am going to summon my Drake as a fire Drake this time.
Fire Drake. Okay.
And yes. Don't know what else to do right now.
Where are you summoning it at?
That is a good question.
You can summon it within 30 feet, or someone make a noise.
Oh.
30 or 60 feet, right?
Yeah, 30 feet.
All right, we're at.
Let's see. That's the wrong measuring tool. Right here.
Right there.
Yeah, sure. We'll do it right around there.
Okay, right on the other
Have
side.
him chill it.
All right. Summon your dragon out behind you guys. What else for your turn? Anything?
Yeah, no. I got nothing other than holy shit.
Okay. All right. That's gonna bring us. Go ahead.
How the fuck do we get to Koshik back?
Wonderful question.
Gosh, that's gonna bring us to Crowley. What would you like to do, Crowley?
I'm going to. Okay. I was so shocked by her getting eaten up that my facial expression hasn't changed. That said, I'm gonna pull out the instrument and go through Spirited Storyteller to grant inspiration to all those within earshot.
Okay. For that performance check.
Which is a 18 plus 13.
Beautiful music. All of you get 1d10 to a check of your choice.
Hot.
And
All right.
are you considering the dwarf on the platform your ally at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I included?
I'm gonna need some percussion for you to hear me. I need to be drumming on the worm's back.
I'm gonna say, Koshik, unfortunately not.
That's ugly. That's something a DM with the ugly soul would say.
God damn.
You know, if you weren't already under the lava, things would be different. But here we are.
Yeah, I know. They sure would.
Does the Drake get its own? Does the Drake get a die? Does it count as a separate entity for the purposes of Bardic Inspiration?
I think. I don't know.
Because I mean, like it acts. It technically has its own turn. It just
Yeah.
acts on his initiative.
Acts on.
Like it has its own set of actions and stuff.
That's a good question. I think Bardic Inspiration applies. So yeah, we'll give it to the Drake as well.
Oh,
Plus
shit.
1d10
I
for
mean,
his checks. Yeah.
Honestly, what was the DM gonna say? It hates your music. Impossible.
It hisses loudly. It's like, ah, terrible. I hate classical music.
Who said anything about classical?
I probably got the electric.
Crowley's going doom, doom, doom. All right. Anyways, does that end your turn there, Crowley?
That indeed does.
Okay.
That will end my turn.
2 is north. You see the dwarf in front of you. I'm gonna say everybody definitely hears him, but he leans his head towards this northern tunnel right here where my light is and where your ultimate goal is. And he goes, "All right, which way?" And that is gonna bring us to Gorham's turn.
Man,
What?
I tell you what, yeah, dang, looking like a dang propane tank in here. Gorb's gonna cast haste on himself, and then I don't know, prepare to like. What's haste? A bonus action?
Haste is an action to cast.
An action. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna vibe then. Yeah.
Gonna hang out in the same spot. All right.
Yeah.
Ending Gorham's turn. That's gonna bring us around to Gandalf.
I'm gonna look up at the dude real quick and just be like, what's this giant fucking worm?
I have no clue.
Okay, I know this is probably gonna cost my actions since we're in combat. I would like to insight check that response.
Sure.
I'm a bit concerned at this current time. Fucking 19 on the die for a 25 total.
25 total. You're looking at him.
Yeah.
He's like leaning up against the up against the lever, looking down. Just gives you a big shrug.
Seems totally just like he is just drunk and stupid.
He
Like,
is, yep, drunk and not very sure of what's going on. He says, looks back at the other tunnel. He says, "Someone's coming. Waiting on a response now."
love it. Okay. I guess for the since I don't have a ton else I could do, I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate my Eldritch Claw tattoos. That ink just kind of comes out into that physical manifestation of blue and black thorns encompassing my forearms.
Okay.
And just look around like, where the fuck is this coming from?
All right. That is going to bring us to the creature.
Awesome.
Okay. You guys are sitting here. Milo, under your feet. You see this worm erupt from the side. Uh-oh, it's kind of on top of you. From this side, the opposite side where it bit Koshik. And it is going to... You see these barbs hanging from its mouth reach out and attempt to hit you.
Noted.
For a 29 to hit.
Holy Jesus Christ. There is nothing I can do about that one.
7.
Why don't you try talking to it?
17 plus 8 is 25 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled and restrained. As
Okay. How much
these-
you said?
25 points of piercing damage.
Fuck.
And it is going to then make a bite towards someone else on this side. Garly high, Gandalf low. Is a
Don't do it.
4. As he does that, and
Oh my god.
the tentacles wrap around you, Milo, at the bottom of its mouth, and its mouth comes towards you, Gandalf. For another 4, only a 17 to hit. On that one.
That does actually miss.
What type of damage was that?
Piercing.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Of the non-magical variety.
Of the non-magical variety. All right.
So just kind of dodge out of the way. Ah! Yeah, giant fucking centipede thing.
As it bites down and you just sort of duck, and it just sort of takes a large chunk out of the back of the cart that you were pushing.
Oh god.
And I need to make sure when this happens. Oh, at the start. Koshik, you take 20 points of fire damage while you're wrapped up in this creature. You are blinded and restrained, and the intense heat that simply surrounds you right now. You take 20 points of fire damage as you just feel yourself being crushed in here. You guys just hear Koshik scream out from within.
Is she able to cast spells inside of there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ending the worm's turn there. That's going to bring us around to Milo, currently grappled and restrained. What would you like to do?
All right. There's a lot of things I want to do, and only one bonus action to do them in. Grappled and restrained gives me disadvantage on attacks.
Correct.
All right. Gonna go ahead and get that force blade out,
Lightsaber.
and I am going to further enhance it with arcane weapon with the cold damage type as my bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm going to give this guy a couple of smackaroos, or try to.
Go for it.
At disadvantage, the first was a dirty 20.
Hits.
Second one is not looking so good. A 17.
Misses.
Misses. Okay.
Your first attack connects with like the side of some of these tendrils as you plunge your sword in for separate out the damage types for me, please.
Yes. 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
Wait, correction. 12 points of force damage.
Okay.
And 5 points of cold damage.
Okay. As you stab into it the first time, the force weapon goes right in, and then you when you enhance it, that some of that cold energy burst, and you see some of these tentacles or these like tendrils off of its mouth just freeze and break off a little bit, and it just goes like recoiling away from you. Did not like that. Anything else for your turn?
Unless that broke my grapple, then no.
It did not.
Yeah. There is nothing else I can do, so.
Okay. All right. Ending Milo's turn. You hear called from the tunnel to the north. You go, straight! And zooming past right in front of your nose, Artyom, you see carts, mining carts, as this guy takes his lever, shifts it over, and they zoom past you. Let's see if I can find some mining carts just to sort of dictate where they're going. I think I have to do them like this. If I can't find them really quickly, I'm not going to worry about it. Can't find them quickly. But zooming from Artyom, your right to your left down this path, just right past your nose. It's good they were going straight. That is going to bring us to Kaushik. It is your turn. You are blinded. You are restrained. What would you like to do?
Did I need to roll a concentration check for the
levitate? Yeah.
Levitate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that'll be the first thing I'll go ahead and do. Cons +1. Wait, that's Constitution. I'm stupid. Concentration. What do I add for
It's the same thing.
concentration?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, perfect. Okay. 5. I dropped that.
The carts get a little bit heavier on you, Artyom, and Ganowin and Gorham, as you're sitting there sort of pushing these things up, they roll back on you a little bit as 500 pounds more of weight are now added on.
So for my turn, realizing that she is feeling very, very bad, Kaushik is going to cast a 5th level Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay, take your action. Heal yourself up.
That was not great. 22 points of healing.
Okay.
And then, better than not having the 22 points of healing. And then I'm nervous to do this because of what happened last time, but I'm going to toll the dead on this thing from inside of it, if possible, if it can hear.
So does Toll the Dead require line of sight or anything like that?
Possibly. Hold on, let me read.
I don't think it does. I think we actually figured
It
this out
says you
last
pointed
time.
a creature that you can see within range.
Oh, yeah. You can't see anything, but you can feel the creature around you. I'm going to allow it since you're inside of the creature.
Thanks. Like, I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's all around.
You have a good idea. You can feel it.
Yeah. I'll reach out my little hand. I can kind of.
It does shed a dim light within 20 feet of itself. So, yeah, I'm going to say
okay.
it looks like you're blind to everything that is happening outside in your outside surroundings, but you can see the innards of where you are.
I'm going to aim right for its lower intestine. I'm just kidding.
Little gizzards. All right.
So that is a wisdom save for him.
Oh, wonderful.
Or her. For
That's
them.
Very wise lava worm.
That is a 9.
Little brain, let's go. They fail. And that means... has it taken... has it taken any damage?
It has taken damage, yes.
Milo shanked it.
Perfect. So it's going to be 3d12? Is that right? Yeah, 3d12 plus 5. So let me roll the d12s. 3d12. 1, 2, 3. Plus 5. Big bang. Ooh, not bad. A total of 27 damage.
Oh my god.
It's 22 plus the 5.
You were so close.
Aw.
You were so close.
Somebody better kill this bitch.
Okay.
before this bitch kill me.
You reach out and as it just starts shaking around these tendrils that have Milo shaking you around, it's screeching in pain. Anything else for your turn, Kaushik?
No.
All right. Caltium, go ahead.
Oh,
Cow.
yeah. That's quite a pickle, huh? Yeah. I am going to try to. I'm assuming I was using the chain in the mouth type kind of thing to sort of pull this.
Right.
I'm going to try and wrestle that thing and turn around backwards. Have the chain kind of slip up and catch on my horns and get out a nice bull charging type kind of noise, and we're going down the hill.
You going back down?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to
Rip.
Can you
to
give me
go-
an example of the noise, please?
murr, but very angry and very loud.
Okay.
Okay.
This could be my very last episode of this campaign. You sure you don't want to put a little more into that?
But if I can manage to get down to I don't know how steep this is or how fast it's going to move.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't move immediately with the weight down this hill, then I will push it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, didn't a couple people get AOPs on this worm whenever it grabbed me?
I checked the surprise condition over the break. You do not get a reaction in the surprise
Oh,
condition.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say, give me a quick dexterity check just to see if you can flip around. Really easy. Natural 1.
Yep. 2 in a row. Let's go.
Natural 1.
3 out of 4 rolls this campaign or this today have been natural ones.
Fuck it.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
This is karma
9.
for all of Bart.
You try to
Hey,
turn
you are
around.
literally killing me.
RTM and your back hooves slip off. And you made a 9 on your dexterity saving throw. As you're sort of sitting there scrambling, you have hooves on, trying to bring yourself back up. You fall.
He fell.
Good.
Is that lava where I'm falling, or is that rock?
That is molten rock, which has a different mechanic.
Okay. I do interrupt, but could Azor have had a reaction to try to... shit. I don't know. Could he try to grab?
He's a 3,000-pound bull. If you go to try to grab him, you're probably going with him.
Are lava and molten rock two different things?
Yes, I'm considering this is like cooled down.
Oh, so you won't take 10d8 fire damage immediately upon impact.
10d8.
It's a lot.
It's
I can't
more
remember
than
how
that.
much it is. The DMG has like a recommended, and it's a lot of fire damage.
Just so everyone knows, it is 18d10.
Oh, 18d10. I knew there was an 8 and a 10 in there
I
somewhere.
thought that was for full submersion.
It is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But when you make like impact, you're like submerging into lava. Like,
You land
it's
right
bad.
here, RTM. As you get down here, you take 9 points of fire damage. It is hot down here.
Okay.
You telling me?
That hasn't required an action or anything yet. I'm not going to say that, but you tried to turn around and it just did not. Gain to win in Gorham. I need a couple of athletics checks from you guys.
Bye, Crowley. Bye, Azur.
I will.
This is not funny.
No, this is fine.
No, never mind.
What kind of checks, DM?
Athletics.
Ah, I got you, homie. Easy class.
I do got you with a 26.
26. Okay.
Cox. 19.
That +9 be bussin'.
Nice.
Thank
You
God I
guys,
rolled shit.
there is a lot of weight on you all of a sudden.
Ah!
It is taking both hands to hold this here right now,
Fuck.
as you're sort of sitting here holding this up.
What kind of an incline are we sitting on right now, Dungeon Master?
The one you see.
I would
Okay.
imagine they probably heard a.
They absolutely saw it. That's why they rolled so well and braced for it. But currently, they're holding 1,400 pounds, plus or minus,
What's that?
plus your party, actually, so more.
14. Just between the 3 carts, we're holding like 1,600 pounds.
Azur's still
But-
maintaining concentration on one of them with levitate,
Okay.
which
They're
is
no
taking away
longer
500
holding
pounds.
Koshik.
They're not
That
holding
takes-
Koshik.
That takes
Oh,
away
yeah.
a good, I don't know, 150, I don't know how much she weighs, pound.
You are not losing any ground momentarily with those rolls. Our team, go ahead with the rest of your turn.
Yeah. Well. Is it? That thing's like full on in the lava, right?
Correct.
I was not expecting to be down here for the rest of my turn, so this is caught me a little bit flat-footed as far as plans are concerned.
That's completely
Or
fair.
flat-hooved. How? Shit. Do I land prone down there?
Prone cow.
Make another
This-
dexterity saving throw for me.
I mean,
Somebody
I would assume-
tipped him.
3! Yeah, I'm prone as a motherfucker.
You're prone.
Stop!
Okay. I'll spend
Stay
half my,
alive! Stay alive!
spend half my movement to get up.
Okay.
I'm assuming this is 25 feet over to get right there.
I can't really tell with the squares. Sorry. 10 feet.
Cool. Oh wow. Oh, I think am I a medium bull?
You should be large. Big
Um,
boy. I think Arak is a large.
Here,
Couture.
I'll make you one bigger if it helps.
Don't worry. Oh, okay.
That's a big boy. We're gonna keep it
Yeah.
medium for right now.
It's a
Okay.
big boy. That's a big boy. That's what he's saying, a big boy.
You're a large bull.
Okay.
Just for scale and for mechanic purposes, this worm is gargantuan. That wasn't clear.
All right.
Somebody grapple it. You guys got it. Somebody has it. We got a rune knight, right? Fucking.
Okay.
Wrong campaign.
Well, like the thing is that I feel like if I do this, I'll end up killing Koshik because I really just want to polymorph this thing. But
What would you like to do?
Koshik will fall in the lava, so that'll be bad. I'm trying to see what the best situation is going to be, and nothing's really looking good right now. Sorry, I'm looking at my spells real quick.
Please don't kill me.
I'm not trying to kill you. So real quick, so lava.
Okay.
That's
This is how all great conversations start. Yeah, lava. What about lava?
could you say that might be kind of like mud in a way, since it does have kind of like molten stones and rocks and stuff in it?
It's rock.
Could I transmute mud to rock and make this a walkable surface underneath this guy or around it?
Mud to rock. What level's the spell?
5th level spell, transmute rock.
It's
Trans
transmute rock.
right, transmute rock, and it goes transmute mud to rock or rock to mud. So transmute mud to rock is non-magical mud or quicksand in the area no more than 10 feet. Well, I don't know how deep this shit is, but I guess it wouldn't go more than 10 feet. Transforms into soft stone for the spell's duration. Any creature in the mud when transformed must make a dexterity saving throw, and a successful save, the creature is shunted safely to the surface in an unoccupied space. On a failed save, the creature becomes restrained by the rock. Or restrained creature or any other creature within reach can use an action to try and break free of the rock. A DC 20 strength check, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
AC, or by dealing damage to it, etc.
Gotcha. All right, I'll give you a check for one. It's gonna be like a wisdom check, so RTM's wisdom to do this. I'll allow it. I think that's cool. Secondly, it's not gonna get restrained. It'll just be moved to the side of it or shunted up. Okay,
Sure.
Go for it.
You said a wisdom check?
Yeah, D20 plus your wisdom.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You make
So bonus action to shapeshift out and action to cast that spell.
All right. You make a walkable surface. How big is the surface?
It is a 40-foot cube,
Okay.
which I would try to center between me and however much I can get towards where that green dragon is over there, and kind of like underneath the my homies that can maybe jump off to safety.
Right. Uh-oh. I clicked on the wrong thing.
Big cube.
Pretty big cube. So that's about what you get right there.
Yeah, I would like to move right there and concur an opportunity attack before casting that spell. If he chooses to take one.
Yeah. Let me give it a
It
percent.
will have disadvantage on that attack because I struck it last round.
Nice.
Isn't that only from your? Oh, is that from?
Oh, that has to be your shot gauntlet.
That has to be your gauntlets, right? Not your
Oh, that's
sword.
not from Sentinel, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I was thinking Sentinel. My bad. Ignore that.
Um.
I will be taking an AOP on against it.
Yeah.
Reaction attack. What?
I already checked. I don't lose reaction attacks for being grappled out.
No. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at his passive perception to see if he would like to take that.
Also fair.
Yeah, he'll take it.
All right.
So go ahead and take your AOP there. That'll still be a disadvantage because you're still
Right.
restrained.
About did not roll it.
I mean, it's gonna hit. I think it has to roll a natural one to not hit me.
It's 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Ow!
That's what I was like. I want to move back before casting that spell.
Did you drop shapeshift before you moved?
No.
Okay.
That's the point. Is to go like, let this motherfucker hit my cow. Before
Hit the cow.
Your cow is large, correct?
Yeah.
Need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
It
right.
swallows the cow.
My attack
17?
misses, by the way.
You are swallowed
I'm swallowed with an opportunity attack?
with an opportunity attack because he had to bite you because Milo's in his tendrils.
Okay.
A big
So-
nom boy.
All right. Well, fuck.
Welcome in, RTM.
The water's fine.
So does that mean we don't have a walkable surface underneath this
That
thing
means
now?
you do not have a walkable surface then.
Fuck.
RTM,
I guess I'm a little preoccupied right now anyway. So
you take 26 points of piercing damage
26 points.
and you are swallowed.
Okay.
But now its belly's real full, right? It can't eat anybody else, right?
It's a big ass worm. We can always
Too
find
full.
out.
Is no
Shit.
longer hungry.
Yeah, it's just gonna leave. It'll just take the cleric and druid and go. That's it. It's fine.
Oh no.
I don't don't like that face,
Yeah,
Alex.
it being full is actually much worse for us. It should stay hungry, yeah.
Okay.
What was your opportunity attack there, Milo?
It was a miss. It was like
Okay.
You're gonna get
A
fucking
total of-
swallowed too.
a total of 12, I think.
Okay. That is a miss.
Jesus.
All right, RTM.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw from this thing.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Koshik, this is going to be bad. I hope you can use your gloves things.
All right. I'm assuming this is polymorph.
Yeah.
It's just gonna immediately turn back. It's just gonna fall in the lava.
It will make a 5 on its saving throw.
Give me a
I
second.
can use it.
I'm looking up polymorph.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna cry if
this
Costa
thing
dies.
is fucking immutable form. That'd be fucked up. Tip for any DMs out there: if your party is really a big fan of polymorph, throw constructs at them because they usually can't be polymorphed.
I can polymorph it into cement.
You can't though. A lot of constructs have immutable form, which is their form cannot be magically altered.
Who said anything about magic?
I mean, yeah, you
Or
just beat
break
the
it
shit out of
down.
them. Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal here. Is like, you guys aren't getting out of this time, you fuckers. You got to fight this thing. You think you could just polymorph all your problems? Wrong.
Don't feel the need to just randomly.
I'd really like it if we could.
Yeah, you'd like it, but you know, your DM's job in life is to make your life hard. So
I thought it was to make it sure everybody had a really good time.
Yeah.
Have
a good time
Fun.
by having your life be hard.
fun playing D&D together and not killing my character
It's
that I
to
love.
be challenged.
You know what really sucks is it's really
I
bright
know.
in here because of all the lava. I can't heal any of you.
See, I don't like a challenge, and Jonesy's known me for over a decade, and he knows that I don't like a challenge. He's doing this out of pure spite.
Time to get a new DM.
You getting swallowed was pure chance.
If that chance
okay.
was spite.
Yeah. Go.
He admits it.
Wisdom saving throw, right?
That saving throw will be a 5.
All right, you're gonna use your portent to make it a 5. It automatically fails it. What are you turning it into?
Bat.
You turn it into a bat. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Bye, guys.
0.2 seconds of hover time.
I already have my directions pulled out for the carts, so I'm gonna roll a d4 here. 1 is west, 2 is north, 3 is east, and 4 is south. Okay.
Jones, pre-planning.
Kashik and our team, I need you to make a couple of dexterity saving throws for me.
In the arms of the angels.
Hey, that's pretty good. I
Are
like
they
that.
visible to me? Brittany, don't roll yet.
Brittany,
I haven't said
neither one of these guys are visible to you.
Okay, I didn't know if this was before or after the change. That's okay. Never mind. Ignore me.
I'm in the worm.
22.
Oh,
You can't see me after I'm out of the worm?
yeah, no, I'd say once you're polymorphed, it like vomits them up immediately. So yeah, no, you'd see them for an instant.
Alright,
What are you doing?
I was just gonna give the
What are you
first one I see Flash of Genius.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I can't. I already used my reaction on that attack. Take that back. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
thinking, though. Good thinking.
So this is just one dex save, right? You said a couple, but you meant one from each of us, right?
One from each of you, yeah.
Wait. Which D20, Jones?
Don't ask me.
The one that feels lucky.
None of them do. I'll just roll all 3 of them and tell you which one's the high.
Can I
Wait a minute.
Can I use my reflex save to make an opportunity attack to catch Koshik?
Now I'm saying you're using your reaction to try to catch yourself here as you're ejected from this thing.
I don't need to catch myself. Still have a bonus action.
Roll the
Your
9.
bonus action to be not a cow.
No, I got
Plus-
killed.
Oh, 27 damage knocked
So-
you out of the Aurochs?
I've
Total
already
21.
taken 9 points of damage from it and then 9 points from falling, right?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You just took 9 points of fire. Go ahead, Koshi.
Total.
Oh,
Total of 21.
I didn't take any falling damage.
I didn't roll.
Oh, I
any,
thought
no.
you said I took 9 points of falling.
Total of
so that
21.
was
Okay. It may just be a non-issue at this point. I assumed you just dropped your form.
well, I can't just drop my form. I have to
It-
use a
it
bonus
does,
action to shapeshift out of it.
Gotcha.
So if it didn't deal enough damage to me, then I'm still a cow. So I'd have to use my bonus action to shapeshift out of that.
Right.
So I took 27 points of damage whenever it
Bit you. Correct.
Okay.
And then 9 points of fire damage. I did not make you take any falling damage. It's a
Okay, I
it's a
misheard
10-foot
that.
drop. Yeah. Oh my god, please. It is a 15-foot drop. Which is a d6 for 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Would that knock you from your form?
27 would be 29 plus 9 would be take me to exactly 0.
Exactly. Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Oh man, that makes it a lot less fun. I was thinking whenever it shapeshifted to a bat, you just see Artyom falling as a cow, and he's just like, "Roar!" as he falls.
Why would you want me to fall?
Because it's funny.
That's horrible.
Because it's fun. I just imagine the roar.
You guys
That's your
are
teammate right there.
spit to this side and are clinging to this rock right here. And I need to bring out RTM. Okay, I need to bring out RTM. Thank you.
Oh.
Why are you large?
Already.
Giant Artio.
Oh, you're not. It's just perspective, I guess. And you were clinging on right here. Okay. So that's your action. We decided you have your bonus action left. You and Koshik are hanging onto this rock. Anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, I don't want my homie Kaushik to fall off. So I will, as much as I don't want to, I will shapeshift into a rock elemental from the
Okay.
bonus action.
All right.
And with, I guess I still have a little bit of movement left, like 5 feet.
So you used 10 feet to get to that. So yeah.
I will earth glide underneath her so that she can step on me and not fall.
Okay. All right.
Kinky.
Cut.
Yeah.
Okay. So Koshik, you're sort of standing
What
up on a cliff that is RTM.
That hurt was such a roller coaster. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry it
All
took
right.
so long.
Uh,
Holy crap.
ending RTM's turn. Azur, it is now your turn. And Crowley, you're on deck. What would you like to do, Azur?
I don't know, to be honest. So I'll just, I guess, call out the Artyom. If I hit that thing, will it become that worm thing again? Or should I hit it?
You can respond. You can use your reaction to respond, yeah. Or not use your reaction, but you can use your 6 words to respond.
He's a rock.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
he's-
think I can do that.
Well, you could reach out to him mentally, right?
Let
Or
me
does
make
it ta-
sure.
Does it take your action to do that or something?
Let me make sure.
I mean, all the rest of us have seen polymorph in action, right?
Right.
Yes! Don't hit it!
Okay.
Oh no, if he's 110 feet, like, don't attack that thing. In fact, try to make sure it takes no damage. Or, don't attack it. Save it.
Exactly 6. Save it. Gonna save it for later.
It's
Now,
just-
now I'm here.
Okay.
Ah!
Azur, what you doing?
Nothing.
Okay. No action held, no nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing with your dragon. Just want to make sure before we go.
I'm going to. I don't know if this is possible, but I'm going to try to command my dragon to assist if he can somehow, either by flying or just get up right behind these guys, poke his little head in between them.
Nah,
hold the
it's a
cart.
5 foot square. You have Gainwin and Gorham just right up against the back of this thing. He's not getting in there.
There's a chain that nothing is pulling at the front
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Correct.
Speed is
Speedy boy.
40, right?
I believe it's got a
All
40 foot flying speed.
All right, so yeah, if he can reach,
Yeah, he can. He can get to the front of it.
then yeah, he's gonna grab on that chain and bite down and just hold there.
Okay, so he's not going to move right now. Just give me an athletics check for him. This battle music slaps. It's called Broken Circle or something like that.
I just realized that I was hearing very lightly the music when I thought that the phone was going off earlier.
Ah.
All right, so
Nice
that
hands.
is a 19 on the die.
Okay. What does that make the total?
I'll be honest, I don't know. What are, because I don't see his stats on my.
Then it would just be his strength if he doesn't have proficiencies.
His stat block has a strength of +3.
Okay. So
Yeah. It doesn't say if it has any skill proficiencies, so
Okay, so just +3, so 22. All right, awesome. Azur's, I'm sorry, I don't even remember the dragon's name now. It's off to the side. Mazurth takes his head, grabs around, bites down on the chain, starts pulling forward a little bit, relieving some of the weight off of you, Gorham and Gandalwin. That's going to bring us around to Crowley's turn. And then Gorham, you're on deck.
How big is this bat?
He's medium, or small, tiny. He's tiny.
yeah, tiny bat.
I want to make a wall of force around this bat, just the size to encapsulate the bat.
Okay. I don't know if I can show a wall of force. I can do this.
Get measure on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a little orb.
I have the transport. I'm just watching the stream screen.
Is that a deck save?
There's no save for wall of force.
I thought you wanted to implement a wall of force DM deck save, so
I did. I still haven't made it up though. I mean, I doubt it'll make it anyways.
+2.
Because be making it with
Natural
bat
one.
stats.
right, good. I feel better then. I feel better. Small as possible. Small.
Little bat.
All right.
Wall of force immediately falls into the lava. Fuck!
I mean, if it was in the wall of force, it wouldn't get hit by the lava at least until the wall of force ran out.
I just want it to explode to its normal size.
We've got 2-factor authentication on this thing. Like it's got to get past the wall of force, and then it's got to get out of the polymorph.
It's in
To
there
be-
flapping around trying to click the pictures with all the boats in it.
Yeah. It can't find its cell phone. The message Google sent the code to it, and it can't get to its cell phone because it doesn't have hands right now.
It's
Because
also
it had hands
really hard.
before.
All right.
It's gotta be really hard looking at a
That's-
screen when you have blind sight.
Crowley,
it's
that's
like
your
I
action.
can't
Anything
see
for
what
your
I'm looking
bonus
at.
action?
No, it's a
Okay.
bat.
All right. You see the dwarf in front of you once more stick an ear out towards this tunnel in front of you guys where the light is currently, and he yells out, "Which way?" And that's going to bring us to Gorham's turn. What would you like to do, Gorham?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. It's gonna be a minecart coming soon, so probably wouldn't be smart to start pushing. So I'm just gonna wait.
Okay,
For
you
now.
wanna hold your action for anything?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Ending Gorm's turn. That's going to bring us to Gandalin.
Yeah, there's a minecart coming soon. I'm gonna hope it's not going left. And I'm assuming we're gonna want to get out of here pretty quick. Just gonna call out to the dude like, I don't know what you're gonna do about this thing. We're gonna go probably. It won't stay a bat forever.
I think I'll leave.
Let's give him a thumbs up. And I'm gonna hold my action to shove the cart when the dragon pulls.
Okay. All right. Ending Ganowin's turn. That would bring us to the bat's turn, who just flutters around inside the wall of force trying to get out. All right. It's going to bring us to Milo. You are no longer grappled and restrained. What would you like to do?
Quick question. Have these carts that have been coming out had people in them or just like rocks and ore and stuff?
They have people in them. They have like a person in the front.
Damn it.
We need to go that way. When he called out, which tunnel was he calling out to when he was calling out which way? Was it still the one we're needing to go towards?
Nope. He held his ear towards this tunnel right here.
Which one? Oh, that one.
On the left.
Okay. Uh-oh.
The western tunnel.
And we are heading up
to the right.
To the right.
To this one right here.
To the north tunnel.
Um,
Because the north is towards the north. Apparently.
Yeah.
North.
Of course, this is immediately after I decided I don't need anything to augment my strength. That's silly. Yeah, right. I will fly over and grab chain or edge of cart or whatever I can and start pulling as hard as my thrusters will allow.
Sure. Give me an athletics check.
I'm gonna flash a genius myself on that.
Okay.
You should solve.
Actually, I'm gonna
inspiration.
I'm going to use my other portent, which is a 19, and do flash of genius.
Okay.
So my total will be 23.
23. Very nice. Start grabbing. You guys start to fill the cart move to the right. Once it hits this stone, it is going to take off. Just FYI.
Yep.
That is where Azur is. Say with that check, and everybody's sort of pushing on. Well, Gainwin and Gorham are holding right now. Yep.
I was holding mine for the dragon to pull.
For the dragon to start pulling. That's right. Which will come back to Azur's turn. So you have a solid amount of weight on you right there, Milo, but it's not quite moving. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's my I have a bonus action but nothing to do with it, so yeah.
Okay. You hear a call back from the tunnel in front of you. When is west? Well, one's not gonna work. That's the way he's going. There's a flaw in the system, boys. Just need to reroll. You hear left as the guy in front of you moves it over as he zooms towards you, and Mazurth sees, and the rest of you that are in the cart see barreling towards you guys as one dwarf sort of hanging on to a mining cart gets a very confused look and then a look of horror. And then he is just yanked left as he is shot up this way, the way you guys are going.
And he's also going north. He must be going to the northern hoarfrost, obviously. For this
Probably.
Okay. That's where this goes.
That is currently the only real threat to you all at the moment, as long as concentration is made. But we'll stay in initiative for one more round for the push and the next cart to come through. But should be fine because you are about to take off right here. The Kaushik and our team, what would you like to do? You're sort of loose flow initiative here.
I'll help Kaushik get back up to a safe spot on the cliff, and then aid Gandalin and Gorham in pushing the back of the cart by just like reaching over the two of them, pushing along.
Grabbing the sides of it where we're at the back.
Yeah.
Like,
We've got the problem. I'm kind of done for shapeshifting after this. Is a bit of a situation.
Did our team put me into the cart?
No, just help me get up.
Damn.
I can, if you need a hand, I can do that.
Yeah.
Get over there.
Plop me in the middle cart if you can.
King Kong you over.
A very
Thanks.
toasty and
Appreciate it.
smoking Kaushik is sat beside you, Crowley.
And grumpy.
Grumpy
Grumpy
Kaushik.
too.
Probably just there like, oh, welcome back. Buckle up next time.
I don't think these mining carts have seatbelts.
why not?
They don't even have like chutes that go off to the side to stop direct collisions.
Nope.
Crowley
I'm
just
gonna-
strapped himself in somehow.
I'm gonna hit myself with a 4th level cure wounds, by the way.
Okay.
So you know.
Yeah.
You know
Easy
what?
enough.
That's fair.
RTM, let me get a athletics check real quick and someone make a noise. Thanks.
What the fuck? Okay. Hold on. I'll make it. Shit. I should have been more prepared.
That's so weird. It's 22 points again. Isn't
Nice.
that weird? I feel like that's so weird.
Let me go ahead and get athletics check from everybody that is pushing and or pulling.
24.
24.
Got this inspiration die, might as well use it. Not good. 8.
8. Okay.
Another flash of genius makes it a 14.
14. Okay.
Oh, does using
Nine.
my gloves? I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe.
19.
19.
Nice.
Okay. And one for Mazarth.
Which the little dude still has his inspiration if he didn't use it
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. 28.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Bad.
It was
That didn't work.
18. Oh, no. 20, 27. 27. 18
Okay.
plus 9 on the die. The
Right.
inspiration.
Nice.
Awesome.
Does using my gloves require an action? It does, right?
Yes, it allows you to cast the spell.
That's fine. I already used my action on healing myself, so good luck, guys.
Our team, you're not going to be able to fit in a mining cart.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know.
Okay.
I've got 10 more strength than I do when not an elemental at the moment.
Right. Okay. In that case, you guys are inching up towards the stone. I need you to roll dexterity saving throws for Gorham, Gandalin, anybody, and Mazarth. Definitely those three. And then Milo, if you're trying to get in a cart or hang on to a cart.
Not until after we figure out how we're getting our team in.
Okay. Sure.
You said I got that enough fly speed to keep up, so I'm gonna ride that out for a minute.
Dex save of 16.
16. Very nice.
25 with the +4 from Gorham.
Nice.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. 25.
You just assume that I'm.
I mean,
giving-
hey, it's a 21 without it, so you take it or leave it. 21 or 25, one of the two.
17.
17 for Mazarth. Okay. Cart hits this stone. Phew. You guys are vaulted. I'm assuming someone's going to tell him you're going to the right now. See,
Yep. Right.
shifts
Right,
it
right,
for
right,
you
right,
guys
right.
really quickly.
Milo's out front. Right.
And it shoots up into the tunnel to the north, moving it 40 feet around. You guys are out of there.
I'm just piled on top of Gandalin and Gorham.
As a rock elemental?
No, I drop it whenever it takes off. This bonus.
You guys are immediately
Crunch.
shunted 80 feet down that tunnel.
Rough.
So next round, Wall of Force will drop. You will be out of the range to maintain the spell.
It's not my problem at that point.
Okay.
Still
Artyom and
polymorph
Milo, what you
for-
doing?
For almost an hour or
Um,
so.
Yeah, Artyom's small now.
No,
Or,
No.
Artyom
then
is
I'm-
piled in the back.
Yeah, if there are no spots, then until we figure that out, I'm gonna have to continue flying.
Okay, just flying. All right. Well, the cart is gone. The cart is shunted 80 feet down to the north. So it is out of your hands now, Artyom, and gone down the tunnel. You see your friends just shot down that tunnel.
Alright,
No, that's what I was
um,
saying. I was wanting to drop form and jump in when it was about to go over
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
what I was asking you, if you were going to jump in or not. Okay, I need a dexterity saving throw from you then.
Yeah, 18.
Okay, all right. All right. With an 18, so Milo, Artyom jumps into the cart as it hits the rock. What are you doing? Just
Continue to fly. There's no open spots, so until we get that figured out, I gotta fly.
I mean, I
right.
think Azur is the only one in the front cart.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to do some
we're kind of like
some Wild West train car jumping to get up this.
I got like one leg stuck up above the cart as we're all like down into there.
Seeing the weird pileup we have in the back, I will. You said it's moving at 80 feet per round, and I have a max fly speed of 80 feet per round, right?
Right, exactly.
I don't know if you want to do this round by round or what, but I can drop my elemental weapon for Long Strider instead, which will give me 120 feet of movement speed, and I will aid Artyom in getting back to the front.
Artyom's in a cart.
Can we fit 3 or 2 people in each of these carts?
Two in each cart. So the
Okay,
only
so
one not in a
Artyom's in the
cart right
front.
now is Milo.
Right, but we have one person in the front cart and 3 people in the back cart.
Yeah,
We're-
that's what I'm saying. Is I'm
Okay,
trying to,
you're
I
gonna
will
just
help it
pick
get
him
shuffling
up
him.
and
Yeah.
move him to the front. I understand. Okay.
So he's not we're not in risk of overbalancing and like all of us dying as we just like
Right.
I
Hey.
imagine everybody inconvenienced, like when somebody walks by you on your like aisle in a movie theater. Artyom's just trying to crawl by us, and we're just like, ugh.
And while we figure this out, I do have an hour on that Long Strider, so I
Just keep up with the party.
should be able to keep up. Yeah.
Okay. You guys shoot down for a while and you hit a couple of more of these glowing stones, which have a couple of more dwarfs that just seem absolutely hammered. They ask you which way. I assume you're gonna stick on the north. And
North. Yeah, I guess.
Um,
Great. We hope.
little bit of a after y'all leave. Give me some perception checks. This is sort of as you guys are leaving that room full of lava.
Yeah, now I get the
Fucking
natural 20.
to that guy.
Now I get the natural 20.
22.
22,
Natural
25.
25.
I'm,
29
fucking, I'm
total.
like upside down
11.
in that cart. I can't see.
10.
Yeah, Crowley's got 11.
The air is blowing you. Your eyes closed. Blowing
No,
your
I'm
face
just
back
facing
the other way.
forward in the neutral position where you should be.
My
Oh.
over 20s, so RTM, Koshik, and anybody else that got over 20. When you guys are out about that first round, as soon as Milo starts like picking up your shoulders to shuffle you to the front so you're not sitting on top of a couple of people, RTM, you listen back really quickly and you hear, "Ah! Oh shit!" And that's about it. You guys are
Oh, did he?
going down.
The bat fell into the lava.
It's gonna go for its natural instincts.
Died. Oh fuck.
So,
Good
anyways,
for that dude.
He said he was gonna run.
He
We
kind of
suck.
deserves it. I mean, how do you have a lava right there with lava worms in the area and not say anything to anyone?
That's fucked up. Well,
In his defense, I think people tend to move through the area pretty quickly.
but he's there.
Right, he had to get up there at some point, which means he had to run across.
You know? I don't know.
Considering that he didn't have like any kind of emergency escape in place, I feel like it might not be a common occurrence.
And you know, like, if they really just wanted to make it more safe, they didn't have to put that contraption right there in the middle on top of the lava. You could have just had it over there next to that forge and just did the lever from there.
I think we're kind of justifying the fact that we left him behind to die. I think we just got to take that L and accept that we kind of biffed it.
He
Well,
said he was gonna run.
Yeah.
He
I
had plenty of
don't-
time to run.
Did
I
he?
mean, he did. We were fighting that giant thing the whole time, and he just stood up there.
That was like, I think that was less than 30 seconds, honestly. It was a little bit of a blur.
I just look at again the one now. Do you think that you would just be like, well, maybe it'll be okay in a couple of... No, you run for your fucking life. That guy stood there like an idiot and died for it.
He was
It's on
drunk.
him.
He
Don't
was
drink on the
intoxicated.
job around giant lava worms.
We don't know he's dead.
If I had...
I'm just gonna give Kostick a look like, I feel like the odds are pretty fucking good. He's dead.
There's probably a high probability of
He's
that.
probably
Pretty
fine.
fucking.
That guy
Okay.
didn't say
All
anything
right.
to us that there could have said lava worm underneath him or anything like that.
We're not exactly in a position to be able to alter it one way or the other. So
Hey, we
Jesus,
could
true.
have tried to kill it, I suppose.
It wasn't so bad in there. I was in there for a second.
Speak for yourself.
Fucking squinting at Artyom from 2 cartons back.
I was
No,
down
yeah.
into the one digit health HPs.
Yeah, what are you looking now, Koshik? Do you need a little bit of extra healing?
No, right now, thank you.
Did anyone else get hurt?
Nah, I'm fine. Feeling
Okay.
almost got
scratched,
stitched a little by the fucking.
save your energy in case we need it for something more important. My armor protected me from most of it.
Save your
Okay.
pity for the weak.
Hey,
Someone make a
yo,
noise.
no, if
Y'all are fucked up. That's all I'm saying. Y'all are fucked up. That's Ian.
the only thing I regret in that fight is, that we get hurt, obviously, but that guy not saying anything about giant lava worms. I wish I could have given him a good fucking smack on the way by. He
Okay.
essentially, I'm guessing that wasn't his first day. He has to know it's a risk of the job.
I feel like has to is a strong word. I think
Gorham,
that's
have
what- I
you
don't-
ever heard
relatively-
of lava worms down here in the depths of the mining cart transportation thing?
There are a plethora of dangers down here underground.
These guys going, hey, let's just go get fucking sloshed and hang out with some lava worms and stuff. Yeah,
There's
it sounds
either a
good.
very high turnover rate or it's not that common of an occurrence.
Maybe we were just lucky.
Maybe he got away. Maybe he only discovered the accident, the folly of his ways, in time to shriek in terror at this last.
I think that
Leap
you're
to safety.
slightly delusional right now.
No, he's probably
He's
very.
fucking dead.
I might be able to go send Beric back and see how he's doing.
Dude, we are like so far down this tunnel. We are
He'd
so far.
get there eventually. I just give him 30 minutes and pop him back.
He'd
Give me-
probably
At-
get hit by another
At this point, I mean, technically I could fly back and check, but
No,
it's not. I wouldn't. Either he made it out alive or he didn't. At this point, there's nothing we can do to change that fact.
And there's also the fact that lava worm showed up right there. It was there for hours, minutes, seconds before we started pushing that cart. He was just going to get chumped quicker than Koshik did the second he had to go trade shifts with that other dwarf.
This is a lovely conversation, but
Kind of like gestures at the auxiliary jets that propped out of his back when he cast Expeditious Retreat or whatever.
we should figure out what what we're gonna be doing about riding. Do you have the ability to change anymore? Or are you done
Hey,
with
just-
that?
Just give me a little bit of a time to recuperate, and then I can shift into something.
All right.
Any request? Not the cat. It just looks pointedly at Koshik.
Nope. You're not in my cart. I don't care.
Oh, I'm coming back there again, Lily.
Oh, you're not.
Whatever is comfortable for
Stay back.
you, I guess.
Okay.
Lava worm.
It explodes.
Now it's a purple worm.
You could turn into a little tiny bat.
A little tiny what?
Tiny bat.
Oh yes, I can turn into a bat. It'd be like having two berries.
We do love
Oh,
berries.
shit.
A stoked.
I don't know. I'll shapeshift into something.
Flying
Not a-
squirrel. Then we could like throw you between the carts, and you could kind of.
Do you have squirrels that fly?
Yeah, they got like little like things here. Fly is a strong word. They kind of like fall real slow.
Like, okay.
I'd say it's stylish falling, in my opinion.
Why'd they call it
just-
like a gliding squirrel?
I didn't name the fucking thing. I don't know.
DM, just to clarify, misspeaking on my part. I thought that I had Longstrider prepared. I do not. I have Expeditious Retreat. That only lasts for 10 minutes. I don't think it matters because you said I still have 80 feet and they have 80 feet.
Mhm.
But if it comes up, I just want you to know I do not have an hour on that.
Right. You still got 4 hours of flying at the same speed that this thing is going.
Right, yeah. I wanted to put that out there in case it was going to be relevant.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, after I get a short rest, I'll just shapeshift into a compy.
I'm just gonna kind of reach forward in the cart because I assume it's dark in these tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop some little amber motes of key point healing into Kashik because she's all burnt up.
I'm okay. I healed myself.
Are you healed to full?
Close. I'm.
I get key points back on a short rest. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, give me whatever.
4 on the first one, 6 on the second. Say win.
That's fine. That's done.
Okay.
That's 10. I'm only 1 from max at that point.
Yeah, just take the last one anyway. That'll take you to full.
Okay.
So 3 key points.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo.
You guys are traveling to a little compy, hanging out with whoever in whichever cart. You guys have a couple of hours of travel until you are like pushing into like exhaustion territory. But
Shit.
to be honest, it's fairly easy going for right now. So you hit these blue stones and they just propel you forward. Spaced apart. It's kind of just zooming past the tunnels, not as fast as your clouds or anything, but aside from the racket of the the wheels on the rails, it's fairly calm and peaceful for the rest of this. So you're able to get in a short rest easily enough.
Possible to get a long rest, like with one person in each cart sleeping at a time, or how does that work? Or is that possible?
Could
You
we
guys
sleep
want-
in shifts?
If you guys want to sleep in the carts,
I don't know.
Well,
I
about to
I
see
have
what
no
happens.
clue how to stop. So
Good
Yeah,
point.
do these things have brakes?
In the front cart, they have like a little pull handle that's a brake.
For the front.
So the person in front has to be the person to keep watch. Gotcha.
I can't help but feel like we'd have a chain reaction where we just go and all of our
That's-
cars just tip over.
That's why I said one person in each cart, not like carts taking shifts to sleep.
Oh no.
Also, just for reference, like the tunnels we're going in, it's like a fucking subway tunnel. There's like almost no room aside from the rails that we're on.
These work tunnels have gotten smaller than what you were traveling in before. It looked like those were made for like back and forth travel and you had gotten to some sort of like split off. These are fairly small. Yes.
Gotcha. So, yeah, we're trying to sleep in shifts is probably our best bet. Yeah.
Archie, I'm gonna just go ahead and say you can't get a short or long rest while in wild shape. That'd be a little bit busted.
For sure.
Like, if he needs to take a rest, I can hop out and fly for an hour.
Okay.
I can't get a long rest while shapeshifted then.
So you'd have to take your long rest while
Use-
Artium and
right, or
so
Clash.
yeah, while Artium shaped.
Well, do we know how far we're going?
What?
You have no
clue.
frame of
We have
reference
no
right
fucking
now.
idea. We have no idea.
Cool.
What's the reset on your flight, Milo?
Long rest.
We can just go for like another
You
5 hours or so, and then we can just break and pop off someplace and have a long rest. It's fine.
So are we just keeping an eye out for somewhere we
Well,
can
no,
stop
yeah,
safely?
a place that opens up a little bit or something. But
Okay.
hopefully not over fucking lava.
Sure.
If one of those shows up, I mean, I might be just sitting here exhausted, like.
I was about to say you could stay wild shaped long enough for Milo to take a long rest then become Artium to sleep
I have an idea
while he
that
flies.
might be an okay
Since he
idea.
can only fly for 4 hours. I got nothing.
Let me check this real quick.
There's no solutions. We needed another cart.
Also,
Maybe.
another, just to bring this up for Mazurth and Bursty, if he was summoned, so Bursty would have had to be desummoned at this point, and so would have Mazurth.
Pokeballs, that's what we need.
I would have desummoned Mazur. Sorry, I didn't say that. Cart's got
Same.
Okay, so what we can do is I can ritually cast Tensor's Disc in the back cart. Tensor's Disc will move any speed to stay within 20 feet of me.
So somebody gets to sit on the Tensor's disc.
For 8 hours, yes.
You telling me you want me to sleep on a floating disc that is
No,
following
a
behind?
waking. We would rearrange somehow so that a waking person is on the disc.
I was gonna say if you wanted me to sleep on that would be fucking awesome. I'm totally in.
I should be back there like the fucking.
That is incredible.
I'm just sleeping in the wind. This is great. It's the best
I
sleep
love
I've
the
ever
problem
got in my
solving
life.
skills here. This is amazing.
If someone wants to ride on Tensor's Disc, I can technically do that.
Okay. Sure, why not? I'll do it. I'm agile. I'll hang out on the disc.
Famous last words.
Yep.
I feel like maybe Milo should stay in the front cart. That way it's 20 feet behind them and maybe within like arm's reach or like I don't know, a little bit of dear God.
There's going to be a gap because if these are like 5 foot or so squares that we're inhabiting, it'll be like there'll be like a 5 foot gap between the one in the back and this. It's fine. I got it. Easy clap.
We can like safety belt them with a piece of rope if y'all want. I don't know.
That just means that when it collapses,
I could actually catch up with this thing if I fall somehow.
Well, that's the solution I got. Every 50 minutes I will ritually cast it to keep it up. So
as soon as you go to ritually cast it, it does drop.
So I would have to.
I can't do like in the same spot. It'll be like disappear and reappear.
As soon as you go to cast it, it disappears.
I thought it wasn't until the ritual was complete.
Nope.
Yeah, let me know ahead of time so that I can get on the back cart and then jump back. I'll be jumping back and forth every 50 minutes.
I honestly don't see what's too terribly wrong with us just finding a spot to just break and then tug these bitches off the side.
Are we seeing anywhere where there is
an
open area?
If you guys wait a little bit and you guys have taken a long rest, you do see these like 4-way stops where I said you've seen like other dwarves and stuff that are not over lava. But some are like, other 4-ways and stuff like that with, some carts beside them. But others are like fucking roundabouts that split off in a couple of different directions.
Do any of them have like diners or anything like that in there?
Diners? Like a cafe?
Like a
looking
truck
for
stop?
some yellow and black font somewhere.
No.
Oh yeah, where's the Dorful house?
Yeah, Dorful House. There we go.
That's what we're looking for. If we find that, Crowley's
It's
gonna
it's,
stop.
it's called Dorful Hold, actually. Dorful Hold.
Dorful Hold.
It's the
For
name
the,
of the
for the
franchise.
7%, you do not find it.
Damn it! Shake
It's a
fist.
pretty big chain. There's at least 4 in every stop. You gotta look.
There was one in Corona Peak. Dorful Hold.
It was at the very top. You can see it at the top of the mountain, no matter where you are.
I fucking hate y'all that I have to write this shit down.
I'm so smart sometimes. Okay, anywho.
I think it'll probably just be safer for the health of everyone if we just take a step, we'll rest for a few hours, and then go about our business.
So we'll...
With no lava. No lava.
Okay.
That is well and fine for me.
Sure. I guess.
I know we want to live dangerously, but we'll take a break.
Who? I don't. Not anymore.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that, Kaushik.
Someone make a noise for me. You guys slow down at this site, at the site of one of these stops. Start to pull on that brake a little bit. You hear. Okay, you yank on it. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw. You hear while you're getting close. Which way?
Stopping!
What's wrong?
Fucking tired!
Don't sound like much.
I say in my very not dwarf sounding voice.
You guys pull the brake, slow down. You get a very confused looking dwarf, sort of bald head and tribal tattoos down like either side of his head. Wearing like just miner's clothes, like a wife beater and jeans, because that's what this guy's wearing.
So he's the scout then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh god.
How many stops has it been since the worm?
You've counted about 6 at this point.
We took a short rest worth of time at least. So
Yeah.
a little over an hour away.
There might be an issue. Yeah, Crowley will mention that there might be an issue with one of the stops six ways back.
What kind of an issue? Come, we gotta get these things off the trail. They're gonna be.
I'll tell you. Let's get it off.
He fucking tips them over one at a time. Just heaves them off the rails.
Great success.
Yeah. After that's done and gone with it, get a lava worm attacking one of the dwarves.
The hell's a lava worm?
It came out of lava and it looked like a worm.
Yep.
It was big too.
Did Pilot make it?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a dwarf. He sings a lot.
Oh yeah, yep. He said he was gonna run.
All right.
Don't think he made it.
We were already
heard
moving.
the yell.
That might have been shock or not. No idea. I was wondering, you might be able to tell us.
Rest now, Philip. All right. That's unfortunate. Things happen though. All right. You're just taking a rest here.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just put a worm sign somewhere down that way.
Not my job.
Well, tell someone whose job it is. It's a chain, isn't it? They don't switch you around, do they? Corvair, Jesus forbid that they put you down there.
That's fair. I'll mention it to somebody. All right.
That's all I ask. I'm not trying to jump, get into your business. You know what you're doing. You're a dwarf.
Hey. He's saying things that make sense now.
Yeah, we're gonna take a nap, I think. It's gonna.
All right. Do y'all got business with Clan Laranaka? No.
Are you on the north of the Hoarfrost?
No, we're about in the middle.
Then no.
All right. So you're heading. All right.
Yup.
Are you just kind of going? Where are you taking these folks? He looks at you, Gorum, for a little bit more guidance.
We're going to Scan.
All right. So just trying to get from out under the mountains in. Not trying to get to any other clan here.
Just gonna look up at him.
Right.
Do you have a suggestion? Just into his head. Sort of a place to get back to the surface easier?
Be careful,
here.
lads.
It's no, right here. Just
Someone's
gonna
among us.
slap his fucking ankle with Mattel.
Hey, it's a rat! And he stomps on you. What's your AC?
Like 13, I think.
It's an 18 to hit.
Shit.
You'll take, he'll have either 1 through a 4 for strength, +2, so you take 3 points of stomping damage.
He stomps on me and there's a person underneath him.
Hey, it's a rat person!
You're a fucking asshole. Why did you stomp on me? That still hurts, even though I revert back to normal form.
Is he with you?
Yeah, Artyom, most people can't do that, dude. It's not the normal thing.
He
I
is
was
with
just
us.
looking
I
down at
apologize. I
Artyom,
didn't
like-
even realize he was a rat at the time.
He was a compy. The guy just called him a rat.
Is a little lizard rat.
I'm speaking in terms he'll understand for the negotiation. Didn't even realize he was doing that. Our apologies. We're just looking to rest and not scare you anymore.
Milo's gonna walk over and help Artyom to his feet.
Oh, thank you.
That's karma. They'd be a little more socially aware, Artyom. Come on, man.
It may not be the quietest place, but sure. Just over there next to your carts, I don't have a problem with it. I don't see why. Just don't mess with me.
Of course, we appreciate it. We'll do our
Aye.
best.
Aye.
Just slipping off with Milo. Oh yeah, giant fucking lava worms. No big deal. Talking dinosaur, and oh my god, it's a fucking alien that invaded the planet all of a sudden or something. Fucking, it's mumbling.
Hey, White Eye,
I don't know.
what clan are you with?
Clan Eberron.
Him is from Roranon. They're known for craftsmen.
God fucking damn
He
it.
is for Dodr. I'm not familiar with an Anvarin clan.
He's the grudge bearer of Clan Eberron.
K is for Kundarik and also Cochrane. No, wait, someone make a noise, please. I don't think there's an A.
Is that how you learned your letters?
It's all in the
That's how you
clans.
learn your clans?
Hey, there's a lot of them. There's like,
You know,
That's a good idea. Like,
Did
little
they
song.
perhaps use V is for vengeance for Enrond or something like that? They took some liberties musically.
no.
If I could, I'd show an emotion of disgust on this mask.
Listen, it
See,
doesn't matter.
fuck it.
We're part of the Shining Vanguard. We come from Corona Peak. We're going to go kill the vile asshole Yidril, who's known for killing a few dwarves and our friends and family.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
Great.
17.
17. All right. As long as you're not with a lunatic, you'll be all right. That's fine.
And the who?
We're certainly not.
I don't even know who those people are. If they are people.
I'm sure they're dwarves.
Those are people.
Barely.
Wait, dwarves are people. Maybe not these dwarves, and he's
Let's just
whatever they are.
Go to
We're not
sleep.
with them.
I gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
Which
All
way?
right, yeah.
And he calls down one of the tunnels.
Ventriloquist. Left.
Oh my god.
That's
what are you
fucked up.
fucking doing?
That's fucked
What are you
up.
doing?
That's
give me
fucked up.
a deception check, Crowley.
Oh, 1 second.
Isn't there a feat for that? There's a feat for ventriloquism. I don't think you have that feat.
I don't think it's like
I don't think
a-
there's a
I don't-
ventriloquist. There's a.
There's
for
no
copying
ventriloquist. It's
voices.
for
Crowley, he's here simply to sow the seeds of chaos. That is what Crowley is here to do.
I'm
there's
not.
a-
I'm just
there's
keeping
a
him
feat
awake
for
during
it.
his shift, you know? Just
It's a magic mouth spell.
yeah. So a 14 plus 13.
Sucks
Okay.
to be those guys.
27. Let's see what he rolls. 10. Okay. Left it is.
I'm already
Yeah, they
moving
wanted
away.
to go left.
I'm already like my back's to him. I'm walking away.
See if you got it right. One shoots down the other. I said straight! Now I gotta come all the way back here! He's just trailing down the tunnel. Goodness, what he said lift. Y'all gotta quiet down a bit. I'm trying to listen.
Our apologies. We'll get you some dwarven coffee. Maybe that'll help if you know.
No, we're not.
Okay. You guys just gonna take a long rest here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Long rest time. Watching out for lava worms.
Are you guys
Who
taking a
knows?
watch?
Yes, I am.
Absolutely.
I'll take first watch, sure.
How much space do we have?
You guys got enough space to sort of just spread out, and it's fine.
Okay.
You guys also have the carts themselves.
Yeah. Geez.
Make a cart fort.
That'd be very dangerous.
I'm
700
not saying
pounds.
stack them. We just kind of like we got like a little wall of carts like next to each other.
Cart wall
Like
is
the
different than
wall of
cart
the-
fort. Okay.
Yeah.
Crowley's taking first watch. Is anyone taking first watch with Crowley? No?
Yeah, me and the guy. directing
Sure.
the
Gandalf will take first watch with Crowley if nobody else is gonna.
Okay. Second watch?
I'll take
Sure.
second watch.
Milo
Yeah,
and our
no.
team.
We got.
What a team.
Third?
I'll take
do
third.
it.
Kaushik
Oh,
and
we'll
Gorum.
take it together.
Looks like the new guy's not pulling his weight. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fucked up.
And Azura, I'm assuming that means you take last watch.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Crowley and Gandolin, give me a couple of perception checks.
Okay.
You know what? I'll pull out my my thing and shift mine to last watch for the Azure.
12.
Milo's got drones. He can take care of it.
29.
29 and what for Crowley?
12.
12.
I was gonna say have both the Kestrel and the drone on all watches as well.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me one perception check for them both.
The Kestrel sees nothing with an 11, or nothing of import at least. The drone does get an 18.
Okay.
Which is really backwards when you think about it, but you know.
Does Kestrel have dark vision?
No, it does not. Homunculus does.
Okay.
The Kestrel actually got a 9, not an 11.
All right.
I'll combine those.
Sorry, Crowley, one more time. I keep getting distracted. What was
12.
your 12? Okay.
7 plus whatever.
Guys are sitting here. It's quiet. With the exception of the occasional cart flying by, yelling out. Nothing happening though. Nothing active. With the exception of these carts and this guy yelling. Some point during y'all's watch, you do see that he has a shift change with another dwarf, and he starts heading back towards the east.
I definitely greet the dwarf that he shift changed with just to explain we're here, because I'm sure he won't, or why we're here. So
He does give him a heads up. He just sort of points a thumb over you guys. A couple of mumbled words, but guy doesn't bother you.
yeah,
Sick.
All right.
looks like we pulled the easy watch, Gandolin.
Things that way. Just out of curiosity. Way we're moving is things we're doing. Are we doing what you're needing or what you're wanting?
How do you mean
I know you've
specifically?
And I know you've got stuff with your daughter that you're wanting to take care of. Is the direction we're going in? Is that you feel like that's going to help?
Every step in some direction is a direction forward. Whether it's taking me back or forward, who knows? To speak plainly, Gandalin, I'm getting enough accomplished. It's been slow for many years. At least something is happening. I'm a very patient man. I've got enough time to be patient.
That's good.
What of
Suppose.
yourself?
I mean, we're doing we're doing things, and things I want are so far away that it won't make a difference what we're doing right now anyway. Maybe it'll help. I don't know.
One can hope.
One can hope.
I wanted to speak on another matter with you very quickly.
Of course.
I was wondering, as I often do, whether the mirror would benefit Gorham at all.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like I don't. Where did it take you? What did it do for you?
Took me to my daughter. I spoke to her. I'm hoping that perhaps Gorham would be able to speak to Melgrim. If he wants it enough.
Did it take you to like any place specifically?
It was different for me from what you described. They were just mirrors. Every now and again, besides a winding road. Long, dark.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
it
it
would
just...
take them to the hall.
That in itself would be an extraordinary gift, I'm sure.
I don't think we understand enough about how it works to say for sure, but I mean it's his choice whether it's something he would like to pursue.
I'll put the question to him, but I wanted to run it by you first, seeing as we're the only two that have really experienced this phenomenon.
I mean, we explained the dangers of it to him, of course, but it is not something that's wise to use for long periods of time or many times. It's dangerous, probably.
The grade did not start taking hold of me until after I made contact with my daughter. I will stress that, of course, as you did with me.
Yeah, so maybe it's until you're able to wander until you find somebody who's dead, but after that, clock starts ticking.
I think it's if you want to speak to them badly enough. The first time, no one.
Right.
Second time, I thought of my daughter, and she appeared before me.
I see. Well, as long as he goes in knowing what he's getting into, I mean, he can do as he wishes, I suppose.
I'll pose the question to him during the trip. There will be plenty of time after all.
Sure.
I think it's just about the time for the shift change anyway. Who's after us?
Milo. Clang, just kick him in the side of the helmet. Hey!
What the hell?
I'm just gonna crouch over Artyom and just like, hey.
Why?
I didn't like kick him hard.
stare
I
down
will
at
clarify. I did just like soccer kick the side of his helmet. Just fucking like synced it with my boot a few times.
I'm just gonna uncomfortable presence atop Artyom, like right next to him. Just wait until he just like wakes up with a creepy mask over his face. Nudge, nudge.
I think Artyom's taking the last watch.
Is he last watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I swapped last watch.
You slept last watch?
Go back to sleep, Artyom.
Ah, you poor soul. My apologies.
Who else is on this watch? I thought Artyom was on my watch.
You, yourself, and
switched.
you.
Okay, cool.
Good
And
luck,
he'll
my
just
friend.
plop down and kind of blearily.
little string so that
I'll-
Artyom goes to sleep.
I'll, with my eyes still closed, just toss Barrick in fucking in Milo's throat. Yeah.
Just hear a squeak.
Yeah, basically.
You hear a dwarf scream as he's riding by on a cart, and Barrick's all of a sudden in his face.
Oh
Oh no, bye, Barrick.
All right, well, I guess it's Milo and the familiar squad.
Okay.
Yep.
I have every confidence in you, Milo.
Got it.
Good night.
Everybody got to take find familiar somehow at next level so that we can have everybody has a familiar.
Then we can make our own flock of familiars.
Oh,
And then Milo and everyone's familiars can be on watch.
And
Yeah.
then the DM will kill us all.
probably.
Let's just make all the familiars, put them in an overcoat, just just stack them on top of each other.
All right.
It's just 6 familiars in a trench coat.
That's a
Just
good
kind
idea.
of sitting there, tired with his bolter across his knees. Milo gets a 21 on his perception check.
Nice.
This kestrel needs to be fired. That is a 10.
Okay.
And the drone gets a 7. So you thank God I rolled decently. God damn.
Drone's having a difficult time, but
Barrett got a 9 with advantage.
sick.
Oh,
Wonderful. All right.
familiar squad not doing so good.
Let's pull up the stat block real
Rip.
quick. Well, is there anything you'd like to do on your watch?
Oh no, Milo is fucking half awake. Second watch is the worst. You've only been asleep for an hour. He's just sitting there like.
Looking back and forth. You're staying vigilant even though you're tired. But it's a quiet watch.
It's all his armor scanners. Milo's barely there.
Scanners pick up nothing.
Good.
Taking your
Yes.
watch.
Who is third watch? Who is third watch?
It's Gorham and Koshik.
Koshik. Just sitting there sleeping. Dreams start to form. Think back on familiar visions and moments. You remember back to part of the vision that showed you the past with your mother, arms around you, wearing a small red cloak. She sort of takes a little bit of pancake batter and smears it across your nose. And then the vision continues. She takes a step away from you and looks out of the window. And she turns back to you, and her face is like a water painting that had too much water and it's smeared down. You can't recognize her. But you hear her voice. It's the honey, we will have to hurry. Let's go ahead and pop these on the stove, shall we? And hurry up and get them. I am very hungry. As you look past her, she's looking out the window. You see a caravan outside. You see quite a few people out there, as well as a couple of kids that are playing out and around in front of it. Your mother steps away and takes them from you, the pancakes from you, smears a little bit more powder on your cheek, and then steps over and starts putting them on a griddle to start cooking some pancakes. You step over and run to the window to look out at these kids playing outside. A child mind going off, sort of overtaking your senses here. I want to go play. And about when you're thinking that, you see a white-haired elf stepping around the caravan, giving a stern look at these people that are just sitting outside. Says something to someone behind him. There's just kind of completely obscured. Gives a nod, some sort of hooded figure. Idril marches with purpose towards the door as you shut the window, the curtain that's holding it, and the door flings open. Mother, startled, sort of looks at the door. Idril just sort of planted there in the doorway. And it fades to black. All right. Milo, ending your turn. After that, you're waking up Koshik and Gorham for their Their watch on third watch. Caution Kingorum if I can get a couple of perception checks.
Dirty 20.
Ah, a 10.
Okay, double digits, not bad. Not bad, not bad. You guys are looking around. Is there anything you'd like to discuss? No?
Yes. Hold on, let me. This music on Tailspire is no longer it. Let me turn this down.
Yeah, I put a Soundtell code in there
Gotcha.
somewhere if you'd like it.
I just turned it down. I am going to, presuming we're like sitting beside one another, I'm gonna like kind of reach out a hand and like touch his like shoulder or whatever. How are you holding up, Gorm? You alright? No, it's been a rough couple days for you.
I've been better.
Right. There's something I grabbed. I think that you should have, and I'm gonna kind of like dig through the bag of holding, and I am going to pull out Melgram's belt, and I grabbed something else of his. I can't remember what it was.
Was it the cloak of the bat?
Yeah, the cloak. Malcolm's belt and his cloak. I'm just gonna kind of offer them both up to Gorham. I don't know if you want these now or if you want them at all, but I'm sure Malcolm would want you to have them.
Thank you, Kaushik. And I'll take a bundle of magic items.
Okay.
If you need me to hold on to either of them, I can keep them in the bag until you need them, or you can hold on to them. It's up to you. I just wanted you to know that I had them and they are yours for the taking.
I appreciate it. I think I could definitely make use of the belt. The cloak seems more maybe Gandalf's sort of thing. Maybe he'd like it.
I don't know. I have always liked this cloak.
Maybe you can have it.
I just kind of giggled just like that and just put it back into the bag for now.
Minecart
Sorry.
comes tearing ass through the shoots past it. He says, "Which way are you going?" He says, "Don't worry about it," and it shoots over the roundabout in front of you.
Damn business.
Holy fuck.
You see a single minecart with a rocket on the back just shoot the fuck across the roundabout.
And now I want to know who that man is.
He's got serious
Milo's
business.
never gonna believe this.
The madman.
The jealousy impending.
So I'm just gonna fold the cloak up and put it back into the bag of holding for now, leaving him with the belt and
The Dwarf Championship belt.
Oh my god. And the last thing that I'm gonna, well, not if he wants to continue talking, it won't be the last thing I'm gonna say to him, but like the final thing that I want to say to him is we're gonna get him, you know. He's gonna pay for this.
There's no doubt in my mind that we'll find him and kill him. Nothing can stop me. I won't stop at anything now.
I'm just gonna kind of sidearm pull him in real close with a sidearm hug.
You guys are sort of sitting there. Dwarf, and sort of changing direction, says, "He's trying to beat the land speed record for dwarves in a mining cart."
What's the record?
I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. Everybody just keeps going faster until they run into a wall.
Oh.
So they're judging it. They're judging it by a crater at the end of this tunnel. Whoever makes the biggest one. Sort of a last hurrah sort of deal. That's why all of them are old tinkerers and such. It's sort of the
So morbid.
Horrifying.
That is incredibly macabre.
Oh my god.
He has a good time.
Gorm, your people are fucking crazy.
I love it.
Okay.
Kashik's just gonna kind of sit there bewildered by that information for the rest of the watch.
I love how the noises that come from microphones inform our campaign sometimes. But unless there's anything, Gorham and Kashik, that you would like to do, that's going to bring us to our last watch of Azur and Artium. Okay. Azur and Artium, if I can have a couple of perception checks.
18 plus 9, 27.
27. $21. Very nice. Okay. Anything that y'all would like to discuss, or is it a silent watch?
Oh man, I had the worst nightmares. Dreamed I was locked in a tavern with a bunch of pickles, and there's just this dwarf making us all dance. We had to dance in one direction at a time. Kept going left, right, ahead, or straight, or whatever. And I don't like sleeping on the ground. It's terrible.
I take it you don't like pickles either.
No, I fucking hate pickles. I grew a bunch of pickles in the town we visited, and then they just made everything into pickles. I regret doing it. Anyway, yeah, I swapped my watch toward yours, so that, I mean, we've kind of all been sort of assholes. We're kind of going through a lot recently, and one of our friends died like the day you showed up, or like the day before you showed up, so we kind of been kind of tight-lipped, and you've been helping us kill stuff and helping us pull carts and, you know, save our friends from fucking worms with lava. Anyway, you've been helping us fight and stuff, so I figured I can at least give you a quick, like, what they call it, like cliff notes or whatever on the whole situation there. So, I'm Artyom. I had some weird stuff happen to me to where I grew up in a different land a really long time ago, and then I got teleported kind of forward in time, or was like held in stasis for a long time, and then just sort of like grew up again in a swamp, and like that's why I have the accent from Carnath. Some guy taught me common. Anyway, I'm a druid. Got on to these guys a little while later. No big deal. A Kalashtar. Anyway, but yeah, just going around the group real quick. There's Koshik, him, her, and Gorham, the dwarf over there. They're going after Yidril, which happens to be like her not dead, though helped raise her in is like some sort of like hoarded house or something. A really bad upbringing, like type kind of stuff, as far as I know. Like made her do all types of like blood cult magic thing and like
For the
blood
for the
wall.
chat, he said horror. HORROR.
Yeah,
Horror.
horror.
Chat.
Yeah, sorry if that came out wrong.
Horror house.
Thank you for the clarification.
House of Horrors.
Continue.
My bad. And it was not really nice for her. I don't really ask too many questions, but yeah, that guy who I guess she was abducted from her family, or she was an orphan or something. I didn't ask him many questions. So like, he guy's a huge asshole. She was on the run from him, and we found her, and you know, hey, you want to kill this guy too? Cool. Goran wants to kill this guy because a little while before, or not before Kaushik. Well, shit, I don't know exactly when they. Anyway, Gorham's uncle was killed by this guy, and then later, just a couple of days ago, uh, that guy's son, which was Melgrim, who is now deceased, it was that was kind of like Gorham's brother, even though he's his cousin. But anyway, killed him and his two kids and his wife in the middle of the holes. We were trying to get information from this guy that was at that prison house that the giants came and, yeah, you know the rest. So yeah, those two guys are definitely, and the rest of us now, because Milgram was a great friend of ours, definitely trying to go get some revenge, and that's the current situation. The guy with the creepy mask, that's Crowley. I met him first. Um, we were, oh gosh, it feels like a million years ago, but we were trying to find some kidnappers, and these kidnappers are going around and kidnapping people and taking, or children, not just children, and morphing their souls into Cerberus shards, I believe, and then they are explosive, but apparently big sources of power. And there is a whole thing because, like, you can put the elementals in dragon shards, but not children souls or whatever's in there. So that's a whole big thing. And we got on the wrong side of House Orion, and now like Quanti the Orion wants to kill us. So that's pretty terrible. But anyway, so we all initially got into our party together because we were looking for information on these kidnappers and this Yidro guy, which that's the elf who, not her dad, but kind of, and the murderer guy. Anyway, um, yeah, so those kidnapper guys, that had to get put on pause. Milo is also a person we found along the way. He's just a cool guy. He can make super armor and blow things up with like magical tinkering things. Uh, like he's got all. I mean, they get those things flying around. They don't really know what they do. They can shoot you with like a little shot injection thing, and that's pretty wild. It makes you go super fast. You feel like everything goes in slow motion. That's
The drone is right there in like waves with one of its little arms.
Yep. Um, but yeah. And Crowley, the mask guy, he is a really good bard. He sings a lot. He's got a lot of connections, like in politics and stuff. And Milo, he built this armor himself, and there are people trying to get. He said that he was going to build the armor for them, but they didn't. He didn't. He's like, no, you can't have this armor. You'll do terrible things with it because they're like a gang, like some Tarkanian people making Sharon. So he said, fuck off. And he took the armor like a boss and said, if you want to get it, I'll come fuck you up. And then he hung out with us and they tried to come and get it and we fucked them up. It was pretty good. Uh,
How many deception checks is that, DM?
Crystal clean. We were fine. Clear victors.
But yeah,
that's how it's going down in my book.
But yeah, even they even sent assassins after Milo, right? And they got new armor. And the house of Canaan, Canaan, yeah, House Canaan, isn't that what it is? I can't remember that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Canaan, the Tinkerer house or something like that. I'm asking, is there? I don't fucking remember. Yeah, anyway, that guy, like the leader of it, he's like, I don't know, crazy. He just has lax morals entirely and was like, yeah, sure, I'll build this crime boss some super armor. And so Milo had to fight against this chick with some super armor, and then we beat the fucking shit out of her, took all the cool stuff out of her super armor and put it in Milo's super armor. And now he's like really fucking cool. I mean, he was just flying behind us in the minecart. That's fucking awesome. Anyway. Shut the fuck up. Don't look at chat.
It's fine. It's fine.
No one died ever. No, okay, don't say that. And Anyway, yeah, after that, when we found some stuff about like Yidrul's going to do some sort of ritual and all the moons align the next month or so we're trying to track him down. And also, um, along this whole journey, we found out that there's a manifest zone just outside of Passage that's going to, in a year's time, basically breach you of the Zoriat, which is what you know about stuff that's happening to your home. There's a lot of, pieces being put in play for that whole apocalyptic event to happen. But we went to Zoriat for a few days. It was 3 weeks out here, but we went there for a few days in the crawling swamp to stop that seal from being eroded entirely. And that was terrible. Hopefully, we don't have to do the same thing in your home. And if we can catch it earlier in time. Oh boy, but yeah, so we went to Zoria. It's not a fun time. Lots of bugs. I kind of figured it would be more like tentacle things, but they bugs, whatever. I don't like either the tentacles or bugs. About as close as I want to get to a tentacles, maybe like a snake or something, but no, not like an octopus or a squid. That's nasty. Anyway, calamari is good though. Have you had calamari before?
That is a lot.
Well, we're not even done yet. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much done. We came back here after we found that there was some stuff in the Baishik Mountains that have to do with Zoriat. We have to investigate that. But Yidro kept going inside of Kashik's brain and making her not be able to get her spells back. So we got her something to deal with that temporarily until we chop his fucking head off, and then problem solved. No fucking head. What you gonna do? So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow, yes, that's quite. Yeah, okay, I see how you'll have earned the Shining Vanguard name.
Oh, dude, I didn't even tell you about the airship at all. And Erish, he's fucking amazing. He can cure hangovers with candles.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
The dwarf that is holding the lever is just looking at you two. Go, oh,
Whoa.
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, Carlogra told me a little bit about you and your names and brief descriptions. Yeah, very good. But I don't know why. You're a Kala, right? You earned that title in the
Yeah.
Rolling Swamp.
Yeah, they made me a warrior of the natural world.
Yeah.
Kala. So technically, I'm Kala Artyom, I guess.
Right.
Or do you use last names?
Well,
I don't know. I guess druids don't really keep a handbook or anything, right?
Not really, I guess. But I thought you were an orc to earn such title. Thought you had to be an orc to earn such title. Well, yeah. I guess you did help put that seal on, so I can see why Korta Kalagra would give you such title.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty. Shining Vanguard's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. With my tribe, or rather, the tribe of orcs within the Gashkala that ended up adopting me, I had always assumed that you had to be an orc to earn titles within the Gashkala.
Oh shit! Is that something special? I don't. I don't know if I'm not supposed to have this title because I'm not an orc. Is that a big deal?
And well, I don't know. In my tribe, it might have been, or they just kind of looks at his hands. Might not have liked the fact that I'm blue. I don't know.
Blue's a fine color.
Aye. Yeah. It's such titles I have tried to earn, but never could.
I mean, you seem to be a perfectly capable warrior. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't be a warrior of the natural world if you're trying to defend the natural world. I mean, I can talk to Car. She'll probably make you one, no problem.
All right, we'll see. It's perfectly all right. But yeah, hopefully we will not have to dive in so far as y'all had to into Zoriat to fix whatever's going on in the Basur swamps.
Yeah, that'd be great. In Carl Agra, I went with us in there, and it was a pretty wild place. I don't want to go again. But hey, I mean, if we need to, we need to. The world's at stake, right?
Right.
So you grew up with a bunch of orcs and stuff. I figured you'd be like more savage and macho or something, right? Like in a swamp, like me.
Not so much. I really take after my adoptive father. He and his father before him um, were Drake Wardens.
Right. I noticed you have the little like drake that you can summon up. That's pretty wild.
Yes.
Gorum, he can summon a boar, like a big tusked boar.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, no. That is something that's passed down and from my father, his father before him, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's where I learned that. Hmm.
That's
Well,
crazy. You figure with like something that cool, they'd make you a collar, no big deal.
Perhaps I have not done enough against the fight against Zoriat, the ever changing.
You'll
the Goshkaladas.
You'll definitely have an opportunity. I guarantee that.
I look forward to it.
Speaking of titles, though, Gorum over there, he's the Hammer of Vengeance. You can see big old hammer on his back.
That is quite a huge hammer, yes.
Right. Maybe not that specific hammer, but that's another story. Yeah. We don't have to go into that one.
Okay. Don't have to go into that one right yet.
It might be wanted in another place or so. It's no big deal. It wrongfully accused for something, that's all. But, I mean, for real, because like a lot of people say, "Oh no, we're innocent, but we're actually innocent. We were framed on this one because we were outside anyway, outsiders." Whew.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, do you have any questions? Or you have really pretty eyes. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Pretty nice. Lord. Interesting. Well, at least now I know why you were somewhat, or at least why you responded the way you did when. What was that kid's name? Jared. was doing work for y'all or something in the moral holds.
Oh, the group of other adventuring looking
Yes.
sorts. Right. Jeremiah and his crew. Yeah, they're going to escort some caravans and stuff like we were proposing to do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now I know at least why you were somewhat wary of going on to the. Wow, Wyatt forgot what he's trying to say. The lightning rails. Yes.
Oh, right. Yes, the lightning rails. Yeah, not a good idea. House Orion probably wants to kill us. Yeah, they probably are trying. We have a few people that we've picked up along the way that we care about, and we kind of hid them away in a location. And apparently, we just found out that, like, House Orion wants to relocate them into a place where they might try to kill them. So we had to spirit them away somewhere. So that's the thing. So they're probably still trying to kill us, or at least trying to find the people we care about and get some leverage on them.
Well, y'all do seem to have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I was kind of rude to you when we first met and told you to take a fucking number, but I mean, it's a lot. It's a really, really busy year as far as, living's concerned.
I can imagine.
And even not living, I fucking died once in this whole thing and got resurrected. So that was pretty crazy.
How
Caution can bring people back from the dead. It was pretty weird. I got my memories back. Yeah, like when I grew up in this completely other country and then was frozen in time for like 1,500 years, exactly, I guess. I didn't remember anything until I died, and then there was do you know what a Quetzalcoatl is?
Yeah, I'm giving roll.
I'm guessing that's what it was. It seemed like a.
You have a pretty
like
high chance of knowing what a Quetz is coming from Kivara. So roll above a 10 on a knowledge nature check.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was 19. Oh. Yeah, I know what a quest is. Neat.
Or not a Quetzalcoatl.
You're thinking of the other thing, the much more rare thing. It's
Yeah,
also
hold
like
on.
Quetz something. Your boss.
Yeah.
A Coatl. A Coatl. That's
yeah,
what it is.
Coatl. Coatl. Yeah, a Coatl. Yeah, like a feathered dragon thing. They went and was like, "Hey, you've been fucking off for 1,500 years, guy. You good? No, you haven't been able to contact you." I was like, I've only been alive for 10 years, as far as I know, or conscious of things that. Anyway, it was a big deal. I got my memories back, and that was pretty wild. But yeah, that was after I died, and Koshin brought me back from the dead because she's very powerful.
Yes, you all seem to be very powerful then. Well, hopefully I can help you with this eater problem and whatever is happening to the seals in where I grew up, we can fix as well. Surely.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. We got it. Yeah, if we all live. No, I'm kidding. We're going to live. Even if we die, we'll come back. To be honest, we probably could have brought Melgrim back if he wasn't disintegrated by Yidril. So, whenever we go to fight Yidril, don't get disintegrated, because that's kind of not something you can do to bring you back.
Note to self, stay far away. Gotcha.
Right.
There's something so fucked up about that.
I wonder what.
Do not become disintegrated. Got it. Note to self.
Do not let what happened to first character happen to second.
RTM, you hear some rustling in a bag behind you.
I will look what's in the bag.
You look and you see a furry black creature with a highlighter green stripe from its nose to the tip of its tail, like rooting around in some ration bags that you guys have, just sort of looking around in there.
Have I ever seen what type of creature this thing is before?
Roll a quick knowledge arcana check.
Knowledge Arcana. Okay. Nope.
Stop it.
5. Untrained.
With your basic knowledge nature proficiency, it looks like a skunk, but something is obviously wrong with it.
It's a skunk with a green stripe.
Yeah, it's like a highlighter green stripe.
I'll just kind of say to him, hey there, buddy.
And it like backs up, recoils, puts it.
No, I mean, I'm
butt
not going
towards
to
you.
hurt you. You can have some food if you want. Are you going to spray me? Or are you like I mean, I guess fucking skunk. Or you don't shoot stink shit at me. You can have something to eat. I mean, go ahead. Just what's up? What are you just looking for food? Is that what's going on here?
Give me a quick animal handling check.
I mean, he can understand me.
Yeah, it can. It's still an animal.
Okay. 17.
17.
No, 16, excuse me.
Stays in a defensive posture. Like every time you turn towards it or raise a hand, it like jerks to the side, but it's not doing anything currently. But it's got like its body folded like a noodle, where its butt's towards you and its face is also towards you. Like a U shape.
What?
You ever seen it? You've never seen a skunk
Yeah.
before?
No, I've not.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just curled up like this with its head and its tail.
That's funny.
Oh, it's looking
Yeah,
at you.
I've not-
Yeah.
I've not
Tail
seen
raised.
I'm going to cast a spell so I can talk with you real quick, and I'm going to cast a speak with animals, just letting him know, and then speak with animals with the staff. Okay, so what do you want? What are you trying to do here? You can speak back to me now.
Stay away.
You came to where I was sleeping. Do you
Damn.
want food?
I want food. Stay away.
Stay away, indeed.
Everybody stay calm.
Everybody be cool, man. Be cool.
The drone's just holding a knife. Like,
I guess Azur's just sitting there watching me fucking argue with a fucking skunk.
You hear the skunk and RGM just going like back towards each other, chittering.
All right. So like, no one's going to hurt you. Everyone's asleep. You can just take whatever food you want and leave, or you can just kind of hang out, but stop pointing their ass at me like you're going to spray me with whatever you're going to spray me. That's very threatening.
Good.
We're cool. That's all. I mean,
Everybody's cool.
yeah, we're cool.
He starts like sticking half of his head in the rations bag again, trying to bring out a bag of rations. And then another one just starts like grabbing a couple of bags.
Bag? How big are these bags?
Like in like single portion for a person.
Stop letting him
Okay.
take our rations.
I mean, you
No,
can
that's
have
not
one of
true.
those. Come on, don't be greedy, okay?
Give me a persuasion check.
14.
RTM, roll a d6 for me real quick.
Oh, this motherfucker right here. 2.
2. I need Artyom, Azur, and let's see who else might be behind you. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Gandalwin. If I can get Constitution saving throws from you three.
What?
What the
This
fuck, man?
fucking bastard.
I can't believe you've done this.
Fuck. 4.
I'm
Shit.
asleep. Am I within 10 feet? Oh, wait, no, Gorham's asleep, so it doesn't fucking work. Damn it. I hate you. 5. I'm gonna kick your ass and I wake up here.
You'll probably wake up pretty soon.
I hate you.
Azur,
22.
22.
I fucking hate you too.
You see almost like glitter sprayed out of the back end of this skunk in a 15-foot cone, landing on you, Azure, and Ganwin behind you. Artyom is just sort of like clearing the air of this glitter and stuff like that. The skunk makes off with 3 rations and starts running away from you.
How big is this thing?
And as you get up, it's skunk sized.
Skunk size?
It's small. It's a small creature.
And it starts running away. And as you start to get up to do whatever, you look at your hands and your hands are shrinking. And as you look back at Ganwin is also shrinking. You are both small creatures and considered reduced size right now.
The drone says,
Would you like me to pursue?
That thing's going
it has an intelligence of 10 and can function
in.
independently.
I assume I don't even wake up, so I'm just.
How far away is this fucking skunk at this point?
It gets 25 feet away.
Hey, you shit bird. Do you really think this is going to stop me from coming after?
It's running.
I guess the drone will try to retrieve the food.
Roll initiative.
Zap that
Roll
motherfucker!
initiative.
Oh, zap that motherfucker?
Roll.
Done and done. Pew pew.
Roll initiative for your drone.
That fucking.
Yeah, little things versus other little things. Rumble Arena, let's go.
I see that drone zapping. I'm gonna
Yeah.
attack too.
If I just shoot it, thunk. This thing's about to
what's
get
its
just
dex
fucking
bonus?
slapped.
21. 19 plus 2.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
Are you rolling into initiative, Azure?
Yeah.
Okay, roll initiative.
It's gonna. This is the. Oh god.
Oof.
Azure like,
Come back here, I'm gonna kick your ass.
He didn't get shrunk.
oh, he did?
No,
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
good.
RTM and Ganwin.
Yeah.
8. Okay, so we got drone, skunk, Azure. RTM, was that a 4 you were holding up?
Yep, that's a 1 plus 3.
All right, drone's going first. Go ahead.
Pew pew. Rip to the skunk.
I have no idea. This thing's probably got like 80
Dude,
hit points.
It's gonna explode, and then all of us are gonna get shrunk. It's gonna shrink all of us.
Oh,
All right,
we're
that is
we're in
a-
combat with a fucking skunk. What is-
a dirty 20 to hit.
oh shit!
That hits.
Pew! This thing it had the shot lined up. It was ready. It's like,
Or,
take
I'm
the
sorry,
shot.
20.
Bow!
22 actually.
Hits.
I know it still hits, and that'll be 8 points of damage
Okay.
with a 4 on the dice.
Let's go.
Hits it in the S. Is it also in pursuit? Is it moving up to the skunk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It was already like perched up, so it's like 30 feet in the air or something.
It is not 30 feet in the air. These tunnels
Or
are not.
whatever it was in the air above it. So
Okay.
About tree fitty.
Oh. 10
tree
feet.
fitty.
10 feet from top to bottom on these tunnels.
Pretty dull.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
All right.
It's got 30-foot fly speed, so if it was 25 feet away, it can.
Just moves up to the skunk. Okay.
Yep.
Great. That brings us to the skunk. Cody, roll a d6 for me.
Oh my fucking god. This is the Chernobyl skunk. Why it's green.
It's a chaos magic skunk vibe thing going on.
That'd also be cool. The wild magic skunk. That'd be pretty fucking
Yeah.
sick, actually.
What's,
I'm here for it.
what's on this d6?
It was a 3.
A 3? Can I get your drone to make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh shit. What?
Actually, don't have a penalty.
The drone's gonna get taken out by a skunk. That's fucked up.
That's humiliating. Yeah.
Only for the drone. Milo doesn't know what's happening, so as long as nobody tells anybody, nobody has to know.
It's one of those like, we don't tell him anything. A 14.
14? Okay.
has no bonus, so I just got to take what's on the dice.
Your mist
Oh.
sprays out and another sparkling. This color is in like a orange
Oh my
cloud
God.
of glitter, and your drone seems unaffected by it, and it starts digging down into the ground and going.
Oh shit!
It'll get an AOP if it would like to take it.
Pew!
That one is a dirty 20
I started
Hits.
blasting.
for 7 points of damage.
Did not
The
expect
tanky little
this to
bugger.
happen. Yes. All right. But he does go down into the ground and disappears out of sight. Azur,
God fucking damn it!
is there anything you would like to do?
Are we still initiative? Is it not just gone?
It is down and out of sight currently. I just want to see if how much y'all want to pursue.
Just yeet a vial of acid
I know.
down there.
Is
The
it
drones.
is it running off with the rashes that still have them?
Yes.
It said it worked hard for these fucking Russians. Little do you guys know, y'all are attacking the avatar of a god. That's what's happening right now. That's like y'all are pissing off a god somewhere. Like,
Why the avatar of a god raiding camp rations?
because it's a god, it can do whatever it wants.
Azur, is there anything you're doing?
Oh Lord.
Oh my fucking
You know what?
god.
Sure. Well, let's get up to that little hole that he wanted to and
Okay.
see if I can pew pew.
Just gonna shoot an arrow down into it blindly.
Oh my
Okay.
fucking god.
I'm giving a mischance for it just since it's blind and underground.
Is this thing making L shapes down there? Is it like?
It's burrowing down like.
Did it go?
Yes.
Cut off line of sight.
Azur, 2 shots down into here. You didn't hear anything go squish.
Fucking hell.
Do you shoot again?
Nah.
No, your first arrow goes off. You don't hear anything. You're not gonna shoot again. All right. You hear as it's crawling underground. Okay. RTM, are you doing anything?
I don't know. This thing is intriguing, so I am going to go capture it.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Is this movement being
does
reduced at all while he's small?
It's
Does
25
it
feet.
seem like the speed at which it was moving, it has a pretty quick burrow speed, or did it like just manage to get into the dirt?
You didn't see it burrowed fairly quickly, but you didn't see how far it got under the loose rocks here. So you did see it disappear fairly quickly down.
Okay, I'm going down to just bloop into the dirt as an earth elemental.
Are you a medium earth elemental now?
I don't know how that works.
I think he still becomes large, like,
Yeah.
because he becomes the thing.
But it's funnier for a medium earth elemental, but you sure. You dive into
Whatever.
the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a
What's your
30
burrow
or
speed?
25-foot burrow speed.
You easily catch up to it.
Yeah, I just like to kind of grab it. Like, hey,
Make
mental. This is me. It's okay.
make an athletics check.
27.
Dirty 20, but still, you're hanging on to it.
Hey, stop. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Make a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
There are the good rolls.
You're in combat with it and people have shot at it. I hate to take a natural 20 after the fact, but disadvantage, yeah.
It's still 16 plus, what is my bonus? So many tabs. Plus 1. Yeah, so 17 total.
Okay. All right. It curls its butt under its hands.
I could crush you, but I'm not. You
the-
see, you're in my hands. We're cool. Don't make me small again or do whatever you're doing. You understand? I just want to talk to you.
Your spell's still persisting at this point, right? You didn't lose concentration on it. Yeah. So let me go. Give me the food.
You
And no one gets hurt.
Are you bringing all of this food back for multiple of your people, your critters? I don't know what you're called.
Me.
Meat?
You little fucker.
Me.
Just you.
Just me.
Okay, I mean, you could have a lot more food than this if you just came with us. And you could squirt stuff on our enemies and make them tiny.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh, it's a 19 and 14, so 15 total.
I fucking hate you.
It's fucking the Chernobyl skunk. That's what I'm calling it from that. That's its name is Churney.
How much food?
How much do you eat one day? That much food.
As much as I can eat.
Okay, you'll be fat then. We'll make fun of you, just so you know. You won't be able to understand my friends, but they'll probably call you things like chunkers if you eat too much.
Show me to the food.
I mean, you are just there. You can just come eat the food with us if you want to join up with our group. It's dangerous, but I mean, all the food you can eat, of course.
Just like spits out the rations and holds it with its skunk's hands. Show me to the more food.
Okay.
No
I just rise up out of the ground. Go, Ray, let's go.
He does not have Earth Glide.
Yeah.
You have to thread him through the little burrow that he made.
It's like those little games where you're having to move the like with the pen. Like.
As you take the skunk and bring it back to where you have more food, the rest of you beginning to wake up. Gandalin, you are small.
What the fuck is going on?
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Sorry to go
Holy
over
shit.
so much.
Yeah, the one's shorter than I remember.
What is happening? Why are you all so tall? Why are you all so tall?
Gandalin wakes up like one of the guys from Willow.
Out of the way,
You-
Tech.
You and Gorham are the same height now.
I think no, I'm short. I'm smaller than Gorham. My size got like halved. I
The
think.
brownie.
Yeah.
Were you always secretly a dwarf?
I'm like 2.5 feet tall. Like I'm fucking little.
How can I ask the skunk real quick how long that usually lasts for? How long is my friend going to be tiny?
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. I usually run right after.
Bitch.
Well, at least we'll have space for everyone this time.
That is permanent. Y'all gotta use a wish spell to make me medium again.
I'm not
Okay.
wasting a wish spell.
Absolutely not.
Oh, you just small now.
You'll be even harder to
I'll
see.
use a wish
Even
on me.
harder
I'm gonna
to
find,
see.
bro. I'm gonna find a luck blade. Y'all are out of luck. You're not
Anyways,
getting used by me.
It's gonna be too big for you.
thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for playing with me. I should have known not to put a fucking animal in front of this group.
Another one.
But thank you for
Let's
tuning
go.
in. Much love. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for playing with me. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, thank you for that, Brittany in the chat. Go donate to the International Medical Corps. Also, go to Brittany's shop. If you don't know what International Medical Corps, by the way, if you missed the beginning of this, they help out on the health and mental health front on the Ukraine front right now. They're doing a lot of good stuff for a lot of people that need it. So open your hearts and wallets to that cause. Go donate right now. Not tomorrow, now. And also, Brittany, aka Kaushik, designs awesome as shit stickers and pins that are all D&D related, and they're all really cool at Spellbound Art Shop on Etsy. So go check those out. And I don't think the rest of us do anything. But shout out to us because we do this Hard Knock Dice every Monday and Saturday. Mondays we do Ghost of Saltmarsh, DM by the homie Gandwin, who is on this side of me over here, aka at TheorDOA, aka Ian. DMs a couple of us guys. We do that every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Saturdays, we do this across Eberron every 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every 5 p.m. Yep. It's that time of night. Well, anyways, thank you guys. We're going to raid our friends over at Eos Raconto. I still haven't learned how to say their name. I'm going to ask them after this. But we're going to go raid them because we support people that do TTRPGs and D&D and fun stuff like this. So, make sure you drop a follow, a like, all that good stuff. We're here. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, follow, donate to a good cause of your choice. All those great things. Until next time, guys. Much love. Bye.
Bye.
Baby little.